Bad evening, everyone, and welcome to tonight's stream. Why am I so blurry? Oh my god. There we go. I think. Did that fix it? I think that fixed it. Maybe that didn't fix it. Are we fixed? Come on. Come on. Come on. There. I think. Why am... Either my resolution is terrible, or the camera feed is fuzzy, and I can't figure out which. It looks clear on my end, but on the stream feed it looks really blurry. Is it my shiny forehead? Could that be part of the problem? Try turning the light down ever so slightly. Come on, is it? Do I have to do the full heart? Is that what it is? Do I have to do the full heart? It has to be the full heart. Now it's fine. I have to show love to the camera, otherwise it hates me. But I think, have I been talking in silence? No, my microphone's working now. Cool, great. Welcome in, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. Welcome to tonight's stream. We are jumping back into Dragon Age Inquisition and exploring more of the what's on the war table and trying to tackle some more of these side quests so we can grind up our level and be ready for these next big challenges. So I'm gonna go ahead and just jump into things. Hope you guys are excited for community night tomorrow. There is still time to sign up on the Discord if you haven't already done so. So feel free to do that. Our usual channel point redeems and everything are all turned on. So if you want to redeem a card pack or a funny voice or anything like that, those are there for you. But without any further ado, let me go ahead and turn off the music here, and we will jump straight into tonight's game. All right. Now, if I recall correctly, one of the quests that we were doing on the war table was contacting the hero of Ferelden, or the original James the Mage. So we should probably go take a look and see what's going on. Alright, summon the walkout. Should we save Hero Ferelden for last? I think that may be what we do here. Alright. Destroyed the Darkspawn outbreak. This was this is where we risked it for the biscuit for the Grey Wardens, because they were saying that they...
Is Knight Captain Ryland satisfied with his post?
It's not an easy assignment, but if anyone can handle the approach, it's him.
Good to know. But they were warning us that, that we could, basically cause the Grey Wardens to die out if we're not careful. But with these being Darkspawn specifically, we didn't really have anybody who felt that they were specifically equipped, so we risked using them. So let's see what happens. Destroy Darkspawn outbreak. Inquisitor. The mines have been collapsed and the Darkspawn in the area utterly destroyed. For a time, it looked as though we might have to join them. The Grey Wardens fought with unmatched bravery to clear us a path before the entire mountain fell upon us all. The surviving Wardens are remaining in the area to continue patrolling for Darkspawn. I thank the Maker for giving you the wisdom to spare the Wardens and bring them to our service. While we fought the beasts deep in the mines, we uncovered what Marquis Buffon must have been looking for. KJ with the first, what the hell? God damn, well hello KJ, welcome in. How are you doing, my very gay friend? People keep letting me get away. He can't keep getting away with this! Regardless of whether or not we're letting you get away with this, I'm glad you're here. Thank you for being here. Let's see here. Where was I? While we fought the beasts deep in the mines, we uncovered what Marquis Buffon must have been looking for. I have sent it to the Inquisition for safekeeping. May it surface better than it would have served the treacherous Marquis. Yours in service, Lieutenant Suzanne Kloschek. Griffin robes. It looks like it's a schematic? Of course you're glad I'm here. I'm me after all. Hey now. Don't get too big for your britches now. Alright, so Grey Wardens didn't die. That's good. I was worried about that. Deal with Lord Basile Maron. We had one of Leliana's spies bait Lord Basile into starting his rant at a recent ball. Just as he was reaching the climax of his argument, Lady Duchette entered in full Inquisition regalia with an entourage of our soldiers and exposed her father's lies. She then challenged him to a duel for the Inquisition's honor. The Lord would not meet her blade and was shunned for the rest of the event, while Lady Duchette became the star of the evening. I don't think we need to worry about Lord Basile in the future. Oh my god, that's epic! Can you imagine? For some reason when you said, hey now, I thought, hey now, you're a rock star. Well, that's the second line of the chorus. The first line is, hey now, you're an all-star. Regardless. Didn't I? No, you would have been alive when that song came out. What year did that song come out? Because I was a child when that came out. All-Star by Smash Mouth. That came out in 1999, right before the turn of the millennium. I don't know that fucking song. I don't believe you. You've watched at least one Shrek movie. I know that much out of you. You know that song. Don't fucking play with me. That's why I remember. Yeah! It's only the goddamn theme song for fucking Shrek. Probably, arguably one of the most memeable movies of all time. I forgot Shrek existed for a second. They just showed off trailers for the new one. What do you mean? He's culturally relevant right now. Where's Solus? I don't know, probably in his little fucking study. We're checking out the war team. We just got started, Pena. Calm down. The Eggman will be here, okay? We will see him. Alright, let's see what happened with this contact the hero of Ferelden. Sister Leliana, the hero of Ferelden answered her messages. He left a letter for the Inquisitor and another to be delivered privately. He also sent goods from his travels that might be of use. We've included them in this missive. Another Griffin Mail schematic. Okay. You know, if you got him to hate you, you get to do... If you got him to hate you, you get to do something very funny. With what, the hero of Ferelden? Or with Solus? Yeah, but what? Oh, with Solus. But why would you... So, here's the thing, right? I don't know where this comes from, but I know that there is a large community. Like I said, this is the only Dragon Age game that I had any sort of prior experience with. He's not a twink, KJ. I don't know where you're getting that from, but whatever. I'm gonna elect to ignore that. But this was the game I had the most familiarity with because, you know, this was the Dragon Age that came out, like, you know, during peak Tumblr era, right? So I knew a little bit of it from secondhand. And so I know there is a large community of people who have played Dragon Age that fucking hate Solus. And maybe I just haven't gotten to the point where I understand why yet, but I don't, like I said, he's not necessarily, like, I think he's interesting, but I wouldn't necessarily, like, call him one of my favorites. but like I don't see why people hate him yet. So, right, he has the elf body of Dragon Age 1 through 3. He's literally emaciated. That's emaciation does not a twink make. So, stare at that boy. That's a starving twink. No, stop it. We're stop. No. He's my favorite idol, and that's fine. You're allowed to. I'm not saying that you shouldn't. He should not be anyone's favorite. Far from it. Even if he is a shitty character, shitty characters can still be your favorite. You know, like there is such a thing as, you know, the guy you love to hate. Yes, Pina. Go stand next to it and tell me y'all have the same body shape. Okay, we'll go do that in a moment. I gotta get my word table set up here, but remind me when we're done, if I don't remember, and we'll go take it. We'll go compare. We'll go compare our horrible physiques. Oh God. All right. Well, so what are we here for here? Let's see here. We have the Heart in Hightown, Trouble in Skyhold. Okay. Right, Josephine can't help with this one. Right, this was the one with the code. We wanted to have Leliana help with the cipher, so we'll have her do that. I could literally snap Solus in half just to get vouch for me in that department. Okay, but that doesn't. We'll go. Hold on. We'll go look. We'll go look. Let me get this set up real quick. Let's see here. The Arl's invitation. Right. This. See here. It is in the past. They writing off that. Right. This was them offering for us to like try and win a Banorn. I like the idea of winning allies. Why did that get modded? Hold on. I don't know why that got modded. I think it's because you accidentally spaced it, and so it thinks the term Ink Boy is something bad. What? What? Whatever. Let's go look at the twink boy who has the same body type as your own twink elf boy. I don't think mine's a twink either. Get ready to eat crow, buddy. All right, we'll have Josephine run this one because like I said, I don't think we need to pretend like we want to win that. So let's see here. What sounds like something that would be good to send Cullen on? We got a few things here. There's gotta be something. I know that when we wanted somebody else. I remember that much. We really don't have nothing, do we, huh? Oh, alliances. Forging a way forward. Here we go. Lady Isabel is asking for closer ties and access to trading partners as she tries to circumvent the traditional blockages of allegiances in the capital. Some houses have switched sides, others ceded holdings entirely to avoid the shame of officially losing all standing. More and more they are concerned with staging an alliance over whatever objections they stated about the Inquisition. Rain assures the forces if allies are attacked, a standard escalation of interest. We gain her trust with alliances. If we are willing to continue the relationship, it is only fitting that we strengthen those ties. Yeah, I agree with Josephine on that, so that's no good. Maybe we don't. Do I not have it? There's got to be something I can call it on. There's got to be. Oh, I can't do that one because That's got to be a specific person. That's unfortunate. Harvest of History. A letter from the Inquisition Apothecary. Oh, this one. Okay. The hold is near to venture territory that is unknown or in dispute. If we are to hobble this person on a hunch, raise the fields, but not stoop to outright killing. Yeah, we shouldn't kill anyone here. Alright, we'll let Colin do that one.
All right.
Alright. War table set up. For now. Alright, let's go settle this. Solus time! You know, I'm starting to think, Peter, that this was just a whole thing just to get you to... This is to let me see you... Let you see Solus. Also, the woman's griffin robes, the other one's griffin male. I see. I see your game. Alright. Let's look at this. Yeah, I hate to say it, KJ. He looks much more filled out than we do. Alright, let me see if I can get him to stand up here. Stand up,
What can
Solus.
I do for you?
Yeah, like, he's much more filled out. Filled out everywhere. Like, look at, like, how, like, our shoulders are so sunken in. His shoulders are broader than ours. Yeah, like, man's caked up in comparison. Like, I'm not saying he's, like, you know, built like a brick shithouse. But he is definitely bigger than we are. And I would not classify him as a twink by any stretch of the imagination. Neither in body type nor in personality. I would not classify us as a twink either. We're just horribly, horribly sickly. Alright.
Goodbye.
Now that we have that settled. You're welcome, Peter. I'm glad that we've gotten you your fix. Alright, so, I needed to... Okay, let's check our inventory, because we've gotten some stuff. Silencer. Ooh. Armor penetration. You'll need to get with the times. Anywhere near a gym that's Get with the times. Anywhere near a gym that's a twink, still, he's not even twink status. Well, he's not either. Like, KJ, I hate to break it to you, but you like... Just because you think that's a twink doesn't mean everyone else does. Alright, let's see here. All elves aren't twinks. Correct. Elves can be twinks, but not all twinks are elves. And vice versa. Whatever, you knew what I meant. Let's see here. This might be good for Cole. Oh, that's significantly better. Yeah, I probably want to swap that with the armor penetration. It's less armor penetration. You lose the deck. Oh, and it's better dexterity, like 21 dexterity. Holy fucking shit. 10% chance to use hidden blades on a hit with 5 added hits. Yeah, I think it's time to swap. Oh, it's level 21. He's not there yet. Bummer. Yeah, in Veilguard. The character builder is different. Yeah, that's true. Y'all call that kick my leg. I said in comparison. You need to stop taking my words out of context. I said by comparison. what we have? Song of the Marshes. Okay. How does that look for our... I want to give it to Iron Bolt, because Iron Bolt is using two-handed weapons, but, can she not equip that? Oh, it's just putting on the shield. Okay, cool. Better strength. Has cunning. 10% chance to apply poison. Significantly higher damage. Extra damage against dragons. That's nice. Okay, yeah, let's go ahead. We'll go ahead and give her that. What else do we have here? Archmage Lightning Staff. That's not going to be good for anyone, right? Yes, Tempest. Yeah, like, yeah, that thing fucking sucks. Okay. The Nameless Blade. Unique dual blade dagger. Is that anything better than Cole's using right now? Oh, not even remotely close. Okay. Yeah, we got a lot of junk. Let's see here. Where's Blackwall? Is the shield? Oh, that shield's actually terrible. Okay. And why is everyone so poorly equipped? What do you mean, why is everyone so poorly equipped? I'm working on it. I actually haven't gotten a whole lot of great equipment, but also I have not, like, I've been doing a lot of side questing lately, so I've not been getting a whole lot of the numbers were crazy. I haven't been getting a whole lot of, like, better equipment. Playing Assassin's Creed Valhalla today, and I forgot that I love that game, half because it's really good and half because I get to stare at hairy pearly men with their tits half the time. I'm happy for you, KJ. Fine. Alright, let's see here. I can do this at least. 168, 134. That's still the best thing for him. Yeah, I'd love to get Silencer on him. That sounds really, really good. Where's the staves? Yeah, all these staves are terrible. Barrack, we don't have to worry about. Iron Bowl. That's the best thing we got. Sarah. Yeah, nothing better there either. You also get to be a burly man with his tits out all the time because you can hide the entire chest piece of your armor. That's awesome. They continue. That was that came after what is it? Odyssey. So that you can do either gender for your main character in that game, right? I'm just trying to remember my brain is latching onto the chronology of the game release. I guess we just need to sell off a bunch of this junk. So weapons are good. Let's see here. Sarah. Nothing better there. Dorian. Nothing better there. Blackwall. It's just not. I just have not really gotten a whole bunch of really anything good. Vivian. I have an assassin hat. Oh, that's for Cole only? Really? That's not the same hat that I gave him that he had before, is it? Or is that a different one? Oh, it must be. Yeah, I guess it is the same one. Okay. Came after Odyssey, so you can do either gender anytime. Odyssey you chose at the beginning, and that was permanent. Canon-wise, the Odyssey and Valhalla were Cassandra and female Ivor, respectively, in the... Really? Oh, I didn't know that. Okay. So you said in Odyssey you chose the beginning and that's permanent. Is that not the case in Valhalla? Like, can you swap between genders for some reason, or like, is there a lore reason for that, or am I misunderstanding your meaning? What about Iron Bull here? Nope, none of these are great either. Okay, yeah, I guess I just need to sell some of this junk. I guess let me go, oh, that's gonna be back this way. Let me go do that in the Undercroft real quick and get some of this junk out of our, inventory. Canon-wise, canon-wise, the Odyssey and Valhalla work... Oh, no, okay, I'm reading the same thing. Okay, sorry. My screen twitched, and I guess I thought that something... Shut here.
Where's my other half?
Still. We can get rid of that. 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 All these are junk. I'm gonna hold on to that. None of these are really worth keeping. Superb ring of armor penetration. That might be good. Enhanced tonics belt. Belt of range defense. Junk. That might be good. That. Sigil of the Giant. 50% mana, stamina reduction. 100% cooldown time. Damn. Might be good on... I could see that being good on maybe Blackwall or Bull. In Valhalla, you can swap between genders at any time or have the Animus choose for you depending on what's stronger. The lore reason is the Animus picks up on two separate gendered streams, which you can choose yourself. Same thing in Odyssey. Alexios and Cassandra were competing streams the Animus picked up. Really? Okay. Interesting. This. Not nearly as much junk as I thought there was. Okay, go in here. Accessories. Life drain. And then, what's the other one? Barrier ring. Okay. Increased ability damage by 30%. Increased barrier power by 30%. I don't really use... The thing is I don't really create barriers. I let other people do that. So I think I'm going to swap those. Because I use Chain Lightning a lot. Maybe I'll put that on another character. Have anybody who's doing armor penetration? You have guard belts and challenge ring, enhanced war cry. Sarah, you are using long shot and shadow strike with a belt of health. Dorium. Lightning bolt and walking bomb with a belt of health. Black Wall. Ring of Staggering. With Warhorn. Coal. Enhanced Spinning Blades and Ring of Attack. I might give him the Armor Penetration. Vivienne. Flash Fire and Emulate. Oh, hey Seth, how are you after yesterday? I'm feeling much better. Thank you so much for asking. I think was a little worn down from, like, mentally from work and some IRL stuff I was dealing with. So I rested up. Work wasn't nearly as stressful today, so I'm feeling a lot better. So thank you so much for checking up on me. I really do appreciate that. But how are you this evening? What says Firestorm and Wall of Ice? Long Shock, Toxic Cloud. Yeah, I think I'll give it to Cold. I think that's going to be the best bet here. Give you the Armor Penetration. There we are. Alright. Going to add... Oh, and to add the bleeding effect, if you remember what that is, it can affect machines as much as it affects people. Oh yeah, I vaguely remember that. To be quite honest, Assassin's Creed is one of the franchises that I'm thinking about maybe going through and playing after Dragon Age, because I've played through all of the first one. Also, I see a book over here in the corner for some reason. I might grab that in a second. But I've played through all of the first one, and then have played bits and pieces of the second and third, and then kind of fell off from there. Like, I was always fascinated by them because I love the concept of merging, like, historical events with, like, this, like, science fiction / fantasy vibe going on with the franchise. Especially once they got into the later games where they started incorporating mythology and stuff like that into it. So I am definitely intrigued at potentially playing through the franchise and experiencing the highs and lows, because I know that there are really, really good things in the franchise, and I know there are really, really bad things in the franchise. So but let's see what this book back here in the corner. Oh, it's more hard in Hightown. Alright. Well, I think we're good for right now. Oh, I see. They came in at the same time. Thank you for pointing that out. Let me read this in full. Yeah, it's actually quite interesting because it means the Animus is technically more intelligent than initially perceived in the other Assassin's Creed games. I'm waiting to see if Black Flag Resync adds to it, because Valhalla and Shadows made the Animus have what appears to be some sort of sentience. And to add the bleeding effect, can affect machines as much as it affects people. Okay, that makes more sense now. Okay. Sorry, I don't know if my chat lagged out or something like that, but I didn't see the first message initially, so thank you for pointing it out, though, so I can get full context. Alright, so let's go to our quest map here. I think for now... Oh, Jesus Christ. Seller, thank you for the 29 months, my friend. Big shoving, a big streak, let's get it, baby!
It's time to crank that hog.
Thank you so much for cranking your hog, Cellar Dweller. I hope you're doing great this evening, buddy. I think... Was it in the hinterlands where this was? Where was the No, it was the Storm Coast, wasn't it? Yes. Why don't we go storm the Red Templar stronghold? I think that is what we need to do. As I hit the wrong button again. Alright, Storm Coast. I guess this is going to be the best place for it. Travel to this location. Let's see here. Who do we want to take with us? Who has... God, this image, though. Jesus Christ. This is super unsettling. I don't know why. I really love this one for Varric. And this one for Sarah is great too. Like, this one for Dorian, this one for Sarah. I love the playfulness of this one for Sarah. It's very, very fun. And I love this one of Varric. And this one is, like, just the right blend of spooky and cool for Dorian. But let's see here. Red Templars. Did I get Varric to... I don't think he loves me so much as that we have respect for one another. But I do enjoy it quite a bit. He's not moping around about Hawk's death anymore. So, I guess that's an improvement. But I guess we'll take him, because he's got, you know, the Red Lyrium knowledge. Take Cassandra, because she's got Templar knowledge. Because he can become your best friend, but sending a Hawk off to do that definitely makes it harder. I feel like we're in good standing with one another. Because, like, we did the quest line with Bianca, and seemed to kind of support him without letting him get too pissed off. All right, so we have Varric, we have Cassandra. We need maybe another spellcaster. I guess we'll take the Egg Boy with us. That's sure to make someone happy. I'm not sure who. All right. Here. All right. Oh, we can't cross the ocean. Well, I guess we could, but I don't feel like that would be very productive. I'm gonna steer clear of those guys. Just walk through the ocean a little bit. On that note about Assassin's Creed, by the way, I'm of the opinion that all the games have merit, but there's so many, of course, there's going to be your favorites and your absolutely hated ones. Ellen from Outside Extra, actually, if you know her, defends Assassin's Creed 3 with her life in some cases. I am familiar with Ellen from Outside Extra. I watch their videos quite on the regular, actually. I like watching a lot of their like countdown videos. They're good background videos to listen to while working on stuff. Black Lotus, I love that magic card. We've had this. Guys, I think we found it. Approach this cautiously. Oh, is this safe?
Inquisitor.
What is this? What did I find? I don't know what the hell it is, but... Okay. What did I find? Oh, is this just a pathway through? Okay.
How far will this lyrium spread?
Oh, he's marking. It's just funny because people like to be like, oh my god, Assassin's Creed has fallen off, and it hasn't. It still makes so much money. It's just that the last few games have evolved beyond you and your childhood nostalgia. In Assassin's Creed Unity, Black Flag, and Syndicate. I don't see so many people trying to hard sell Ezio anymore. I think the frustration for older Assassin's Creed fans is that it feels like, because Ezio's story was so integral in setting up the larger conflict in the franchise, that and I do feel like they did a good enough way of sending him off, right? But the games almost seem afraid to touch on his story anymore, like expanding on it even in little ways, or even just incorporating what we know from those games into it, to my understanding. Bear in mind, take this with a grain of salt, I don't have full context, but that seems to be, I've seen people make those complaints, and seeing the more legitimate one seems to stem from the fact that they seem to be almost like softly retconning out stuff from that. Oh, Fox, thank you so much for the 25 months. I hope you're doing well this evening. We're just sitting here talking about game design and game theory and all that fun stuff. Alright, is this where I need to go? Seems like it. Some of those that work for it. Sorry, I was Rage Against the Machine. I think the Templars in this game would fit the profile on killing, and then oh, you know what? You might be right. I haven't listened to Rage Against the Machine in a while. I should probably do that.
The Red Templars have dug in here.
I'm certain King Alistair would appreciate having them removed from Ferelden's shores.
Oh, those are some beefy boys. You know what would be really great to stop a big beefy boy? Chain lightning! Maybe a rock. I love they call. I love that like the status effect is called asleep, but I like to think of it as that like I just punched you with a rock and knocked you the fuck out. Like I'm just picturing it anytime I do that. I'm picturing what is it? Chris Tucker in I think it's either Rush Hour or Rush Hour 2. And it's just like, you got knocked the fuck out! Darwin's Mouth. Built into the cliffs of the Storm Coast, the port at Darwin's Mouth once connected the Dwarven Tigers to the Waking Sea. In addition to increasing trade between the Dwarves and their allies in the Temperature Imperium, direct access to the deep roads meant diplomats from Orzammar could visit the port without fear of losing their stone sense. The site thus become a popular meeting place for ambassadors of the two nations. When Darkspawn incursions forced the dwarves to retreat into Orzammar, deep roads leading to Darwin's Mouth were sealed and the port fell into disuse. At least all reputable use of the port ceased. The bandits, smugglers, and pirates are known to use the various caves along the storm coast, including Darwin's Mouth itself, for their own gains. Interesting. I think that becomes a thing when it's the curse of a big franchise. Same way Star Wars has at this point evolved far beyond Lucas' vision. The original writers and developers behind Ezio's story have long left, and a new generation has taken the mantle. I can agree with that. I guess when you're doing that, it's especially like, you know, if it's a franchise that has fans that are across generations, if you will, it's important to find a good balance. You don't want to completely remove what was there before, because then it ceases to be the thing that it was, right? You know, I think that's, you know, kind of what happened, you know, why so many people felt disowned, for lack of a better word, by Star Wars, is that there was too much of distancing from the old too quickly. I feel like if they would have found a way to, you know, more gently separate from that, and if you kind of saw that with the new trilogy, where they got a little bit away from it in the first movie of the new trilogy, then really tried to step away from it in the second, and then when they realized that they went too far, they then pulled back and tried to bring, you know, some classic stuff into the third that's why I feel like the new trilogy feels really disjointed in some ways. I still think they're great movies, but I also recognize that they're not targeted at me, and I think that's also part of the problem. But if you're wanting to, you went inside, son, honey, I'm your father. You shouldn't be addressing me that way. Don't run along and wash your hands. It's almost time for dinner. How you doing, honey? Let's say something that will make you super jealous. Okay, Jolly. Also, thank you for the 5-stream streak. You pet stingrays today? I've done that before a couple of times. It's been a really long time. What did you think? What did they feel like to you? I'm curious. How did you enjoy touching your sea pancakes? Hello, how are you today? I'm doing well. I was a little rough around the edges yesterday. Had to end stream a little early, but I'm doing a lot better today. Not my first time, but I had a lot of fun. Okay, but you gotta describe it. Paint me a word picture. I want to know what they felt like to you. So I take it I can't get through here. I gotta go back, I guess. Or perhaps there is a door that I missed. No. Glad you're doing that. I am too. I felt really. I don't like ending stream early if I don't have to, but I was just, my heart was not in it last night, and I was just like, I felt drained and tired, and I was just like, nah, I gotta listen to my body, you know. I went to the zoo and they have an exhibit. You can just pet them as long as you. Yeah, I think our local zoo also has a stingray exhibit, which they're really fun. Especially, it's weird though to feed them though. It's the weirdest sensation because it's like the closest thing to a sentient vacuum cleaner. Like the times that I pet stingrays when I was a kid, by the way, because we had an aquarium. I think we still have it in Vegas. I don't know. I don't care that much about the sea. I got stung several times. You got stung? Oh my god! I hope you were okay. Like a stiff silicone lubricated so it glides super softly under your fingers. It's one of my favorite textures. Had sand sharks before? Ooh, fun. One of the coolest things for me was when I was very fortunate enough to be able to go on a student ambassador trip when I was younger to Australia and New Zealand. And one of the coolest things to this day that I've ever done is that we went to a resort that was also a research center for dolphins. And they had dolphins. They're wild dolphins, but they're acclimated to humans, so they regularly will come up into the shallows and interact with people. And they had, like, you know, guided experiences where, like, you could go and you can pet them and feed them fish and stuff like that. Super fun. It can always be worth it to take care of yourself, so you can be in it the next day. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I just had to take a break, but I'm good now. Wait, what did I? No, you don't. You're just supposed to ignore it like every broke Maleficent's. If they don't notice it doesn't exist, it won't cost money. What did I miss? Hold on. What? Also, hi, Crow. What am I? The stingray? Oh, the stingray stings. Okay. I was okay, just thanks for your concern. I just find it funny. My pain tolerance is whacked because by that point in my life, I've been run over by a full-size SUV twice? Who'd you piss off? So it didn't so much hurt as it was annoying. Okay, yeah, alright, got it. I was being talking to you about saying you had to listen to your body. No, you don't. I wish I could ignore my body. Ooh, the Red Templar key. Okay, cool. I guess I'm gonna need that. The eggs are a figment of your imagination. God, I wish. If only it could be so simple. Alright, so I guess we're going up this way. But how are you, Crow? It's good to see you in here. I hope you're doing alright. Okay, maybe it ain't this way either. How? Maybe I can. Get him up this way? Oh. God, God. God, I wish 32. At this point, I wish I was 32 again. Hi, guys. Fancy seeing you. Kill you! Are you friendly? Okay, I guess you're friendly. You don't look friendly, but okay. I didn't piss off anyone in Vegas. It's just super car-centric. Like second to Texas, and everyone by 2009 was driving giant, shits they have no business being on roads. So the first time was a neighbor who couldn't see me behind his fucking trunk. And the second was the same neighbor with his new car and his forward collision system. Jesus Christ. Full transparency, I'm having the worst time. I'm about to tell my bank to shove it after what they did to me. Oh no. I'm so sorry to hear that, Crow. Be a couple seconds in the medieval stretching rack prior to the pain that just feels amazing. Yeah, I think they call that
You joined the
euphoria?
Inquisition when Seeker Pendergast questioned you. Oh, he was very insistent that I help.
Interesting.
What's interesting?
It's surprising that an Alvan apostate is the one who joined the Inquisition voluntarily.
Let's look at the map here. So I can't. Oh, maybe I need to go to the war table now? Is that what the problem is? Is I can't get through because Darwin's mouth is broken. I bet you that's it. Let's go back to Skyhold, I guess. Yeah, I mean, if you want to talk about it, Crow, you can. I don't want you to, like, air out your, financial issues or anything like that if you don't feel comfortable with it. But, like, as long as it doesn't get into anything that, we don't like talking about here on stream. Like, I'm a car guy despite all my car-related trauma. Yeah, it's despite all the cars breaking all your bones. Allegedly. Still they are. I set my bills up for the day or two after my paycheck and bank at and at least mine does its usual cleaning house at midnight every night. They reversed everything out of my account and back in all on the same day and overdrafted my account. So I just got paid, but there was a week completely without money. I had $700 saved up that all disappeared by covering my bank's fault. So wait, it was their mistake and they're making you pay for it? They took out money they weren't supposed to and then put it back, but then caused you to overdraft, I'd be fighting that. At the minimum, I'd be fighting that. At the minimum, I'd be fighting that. At the maximum, I'd be looking at hiring legal counsel. Because that's like getting up there into grounds of like fraud. The customer support was super condescending toward me and made me read line by line of everything I allegedly overdrafted, and I had no proof. Doesn't matter. Falls back in gasping and coughing. Like, if they specifically tell you that they took money out that they weren't supposed to, or does from the ads? Welcome back, honey. But like, if they took out money that they weren't supposed to, and that you don't have set up to be taken out, or it's supposed to be taken out at a certain time, and they took it out early, that's on them. They're at fault. I saw all the transactions pending but withdrawn on the 12th to 13th. It's on the 15th. Yeah, something seems fishy on that. That's the thing. It didn't break anything. It just hurt. I was small enough that the cars went over me, but 7,500 pounds still hurts on impact. Yeah. Alright, let's see if something popped up for that. I was supposed to have $150 left. They refused to call me and give me a supervisor. Not since my first call. If they're refusing to let you talk to anyone, that's super questionable. That is, if they're refusing to let you talk to anyone to
Any venatory activity?
If my agents find anything, you will be the first to know.
Rationalize what's going on and to offer, any sort of solution or explanation to the problem, that is a huge red flag. If it were me, I would be highly looking in. I know it would be an absolute pain, but if they're willing to fuck you over on something like that, where it was clearly their fault, imagine what they potentially would do without you noticing. They were supposed to call me a week ago, and then they finally called me while I was working, and I missed it. So they started leaving me bitchy emails and voicemails due to not picking up. Yeah, I honestly would look for another bank, bro. I really would. Like, I would not keep doing business with them if they're going to be this antagonistic when it's something that they messed up on. Like that, yeah. It would be. I know they won't believe me that it's not my fault because their maintenance crew plopped it all on one. Yeah, I mean, and it may not even be a maintenance crew. It's probably an automated system, but the automated systems aren't perfect. Automated systems aren't flawless, and they mess up. And you have to. I know, because I deal with automated systems all goddamn day on my job. I know screenshots because this has never happened to me, but it doesn't. You don't need to have screenshots. They should have transaction history. They should be able to look at that and say, oh, this stuff was supposed to be planned for this day. It didn't happen, and then everything got taken out at the same time for one reason or another. And they should say, we're sorry that happened. Let's, we'll reverse the fees. That should be the end of it. I literally go to another bank and share this horror story with other people. A bank lives on people keeping their money with them. If you can get a community to back off for them, that's their karma. Yeah, exactly. Like, definitely, I would definitely make, like...
Ooh, I'm thirsty!
Thank you for the hydrate, Cloud. Welcome in.
This is an extreme thirst.
I would definitely get your money out of there. Because if that is a bank that is being predatory when something is inconvenience, when something inconveniences you by charging you for it. And personally, as someone who has, a family in banking and has been doing it for very many years, if you can, get into a credit union versus a bank. Credit unions are much smaller, so they're much more invested in their clientele. They have better interest rates for things and are usually much more flexible in like for things like loans, credit cards, that sort of thing. So that would be what I recommend. Well, they are manual ACHs I processed just a few minutes early. I didn't incur any overage fees, but now I had to use my savings to fix it. But now I am out the nest egg I was saving for vacation. Yeah, it just sounds like they're just being incredibly uncooperative for something that could have simply just been resolved. You know, especially if it's the first time that this has happened. This could have been resolved much better way. I see we've been busy with the war table, trying to be. Wildly better than the place I used to bank with. Yeah, if you can get into a credit union, there's a variety of different kinds. And sometimes you can get in with one if another member gives you a referral. But yeah, definitely do that if you can. Regardless, you need to get at the very least, you need to get out of that bank and go bank with somebody else. I would not dilly-dally on that. Yeah, I mean, at this point, it sounds like you've probably, I hate saying it, but you've probably lost the battle on this one because they're simply not going to be empathetic or considerate to the situation and treat you like a customer. They're treating you like a resource, and that's not fair to you. So you need to get your shit out of there, or like I said, or you can get a lawyer. Like a lawyer might be able to fight it for you, or at the very least help you understand the financial law around it, so you can avoid it in the future. But I would not personally, even if I were getting a lawyer involved, I wouldn't continue to bank there. I just wouldn't. It's sad because I like my local branch with this fuck-ass customer. Yep, that's the whole thing. It's like, don't take it out on the people at the bank personally. They didn't, and like I said, it's not anything that they did. But yeah, it's a problem with the institution in and of itself. Would someone inside the branch be able to help if you went in person? They possibly could. It really depends on the financial institution. A lot of them, unfortunately, have gone into like conflict resolution or arbitration. So if you have a problem, you have to speak with some official representative that isn't part of the main branch. That a lot of banks are doing that now because it gives them the legal high ground. One time they gave me one just for transferring over 3 times between my. They gave you a fee for transferring money within your own accounts. Yeah, you need to cut loose from them people. If they're charging you for moving your own money around in your own accounts, which is something that a computer does automatically, you got no business doing business with it. Like, they sacked all their tellers except for people who do appointments only, and that's only for stuff like, yeah, you need to get out of that. You need to get out of that shit. You need to be out of there yesterday. Because you know what that says to me. Sorry, we're not playing the game right now, but like you got me on my soapbox now. Like, you know what that means, right? If there's no tellers there except for new accounts and things that only a human can do, that means it's AI. That means that they are utilizing AI maintenance for that stuff, and that shit is not going to benefit you in any fucking way. You need to get out of that. Like I said, it will be a pain in the fucking ass, but look around, see what other banks are in your area, see what kind of options they provide. I guarantee you will find someone who is comparable to who you are. Like I said, if you can find a credit union, even better. It really sounds like they're trying to become an online-only bank, and that's horrible because unless it's USAA, it's literally horrible. And I've even heard USAA isn't even the greatest. Like online-only banking, I really don't recommend either. Give me reminders of an old podcast that was about Marvel Avengers Alliance, good old soapbox cots. Been asking people for suggestions, but nobody's got a definitive opinion. Well, I mean, we know each other outside the stream. Feel free to shoot me at some point what you're looking at, and I can. Like I said, I've got family in banking. I can throw it their way and see what they think, because we need to get you out of that. we like. You're a friend of mine and a member of my community. The last thing I'm going to do is let you be abused by a corporation and a bank, even less so. They also just did a merger with some bank I've never heard of. Yeah, because they're a bigger financial institution, so they'll probably try to buy up all these littler ones. I don't know if my bank is in your area, but I love mine. It's a credit union. Credit unions are usually smaller unless they're like tied to something like the military, something like there's Navy Federal, which is for members of the military and stuff like that. But I don't know, the clock is ticking for them. I hope you all enjoy my almost 2 decades worth of business going poof. Yep. And I guarantee you, if you tell them that you're gonna close your account, they're going to try to get you to stay, and they're gonna probably give you some sort of offer to do that. They may even go so far as, if you tell them, "Oh, this is why I'm leaving," they may even try to reverse those fees at that point. Do not take it. Do not take it. At this point, it's too far gone. Yeah, it might seem like a good thing in the long run, but at the same time, they're just gonna try to get it from you another way. I want to hear who does bank with a giant national bank. Different situation Thai family had. So yeah, larger banks are good for people who have assets and like stock portfolio and things like that, where you need to have the resources to help manage those assets. But that's also because of the fact that they directly benefit from being a part of that, right? Like if you have your assets in there, that allows them, that gives them exponentially more growth than the person who's just putting their little savings in there, right? So you are their primary customer. KJ related to Robert House, maybe. Honestly, I've been telling myself they're lucky they fucked around and took so long to call me, because they do not want to hear from me. Yeah. All right, let's get back to the game. Arl's invitation, right? Ambassador, I cannot thank you enough for inviting me to act as the Inquisition's champion at the Grand Melee. You will be glad to hear I did not disgrace you. I placed a respectable 10th. Although I did not manage to win us either title or lands, I did secure several trade agreements with the Banorn for the Inquisition. I thought that might please you more than a dank castle. Yours, Sir Danor. So I got some influence. Nice. These two are still working. So, did it not open anything? Did I miss something? Or maybe it didn't trigger? I don't see anything. That's unfortunate. Yeah, there's nothing. Damn, that sucks. Okay, hold on. And then we have the mission at the Winter Palace. Yeah, I think we're holding off on that, right? Because we needed to be a certain level for that. I think I wanted us all to be level 20, which I think we're still a few party members short of that being the case. But what I'm trying to do right now is we are we were trying to do this. I'm trying to get over here to the stronghold. And unless there's another path that I'm not seeing, I guess we could try going around from here. See if that is the case here. I tried going up through here through this cave, and we got cut off. Related to a Costa Rican family that was practically the country's equivalent of old money and nobility. I have land in my name there that some of my extended family still tried to fight over in Central America, but it's still mine so long as I'm alive. That's crazy. That's crazy. So maybe not Robert House, but like small developing national version of Howard Hughes. It's not exactly needing a certain level, but you will need a guide to navigate that mission with how confusing it'll be. I'll keep that in mind. I really want to try to avoid using guides for blind playthroughs like this if I can, but I will keep that in mind if we need to go. All right, let's try this. We'll bring our same crew: Barrick, Cassandra, and Egg Boy, and we'll see if maybe this path gets us around there.
This might interest you, sir.
Oh, yeah? Okay, so I need to literally try going this way, see what happens. Oh, there's a big scary lyrium monster over there. I'm gonna have to fight you, aren't I? You know. Right. Where are we at? Just getting close to the mountains. It's not really gonna help me, is it? Pointed in the right direction. No, this is literally the same area we were just at. Son of a bitch. Okay, let me try going back into that cave. Maybe I just didn't trigger something? Or maybe I missed an alternate path? I'm not sure. I don't think it's crazy. I was just born lucky, and so was my mother. I'm technically destined for a family crypt in a cemetery in the capital city if I die. Honestly, when I visited it, was fascinating. That's very interesting. You are. Thank you. So glad for you to freeze to your full height. All right, let's go back in here. Maybe I missed something. Doors here. There's boats here. Are we coming here? Okay, so we found a key. By the way, I love the idea that technically in lore it takes literal days or weeks to travel to places, so anytime you go for a small excursion just to complete some random bullshit, you're taking up time and money and resources. They're important. Yeah, but I need to get through there. don't know how to get around to it. Because it's here, but I don't see... It doesn't... I don't think it wants me to go that direction. Like, I feel it wants me to go this way, but... Kind of Monte Cristo type shit, yeah. There's the Deep Roads entrance. Yeah, I just don't know what it wants from me. Like, I guarantee if I drop in here, I'm just gonna drown. Okay, so... Assistance if needed. I will... If you can point me in the direction where I need to go to get to the Red Templar Stronghold. If there's something I need to do on the war table, just what is a point of focus that I should be doing to try to get to where I need to go. Because right now I am at a loss as to how to get over there. We'll leave them rest. I did find a key earlier, a red Templar key. I don't know if that is pertinent. Oh, is this it? Son of a bitch, is this it? Human Nostalgia, I just downloaded this on my PS5. Gonna be different playing vanilla. Kind of miss it on my PC, but the old modding platform I used was discontinued and its replacement has never worked for me. Oh, that's a bummer. Gotta know how I missed this before. I guess because I was scanning trying to see if I could identify a door, but it's literally a hole in the wall, so... Alright, we're making progress now. Thank you, Cloud, though. I appreciate you willing to help me out, though. Are you alive? Oh yeah, you're alive. Well, you know what I think can defeat Red Lyria monsters? Yeah, absolutely fucked. All right. Where? Oh, Summerstone. I'm not live. You're live. Yeah, they just weren't moving, so I wasn't sure if it was like a situation where it's like, oh, like it's like frozen in time or whatever, or if it was like in a dormant state or something. Been reading Les Miserables in French to practice, and my god, is it so much more interesting in French compared to the English translation. I've heard that it happens a lot with stuff that's written natively in French, as that unfortunately translating it into English sometimes will make it seem rather dry. Trust me, navigating this place was a nightmare the first time.
Many of these Red Templars were good men and women once. A shame to see them corrupted beyond recognition.
I misread this so bad. I read it as I refused to read Count of Monte Cristo and was about to look so bad on my sarcasm. Let's see what we got here. Unsigned journal. The red potion was bitter and burned my throat. It was nothing like delirium I know. There was a hum in my mind, a held note that seemed to course through my entire being. The power it brought was incredible. I felt as if I held all the world in my palm, and I could crush it with a thought. Is this what the Maker feels? Excuse me. I can think of nothing else but that power now. A taste of the limitless makes it impossible for a man to be content with the ordinary. Why be what I am when I can be more? Alright. Alright, we're getting into the area. We are getting into the danger zone. What do we got here? Gold and tonics belt. Really something I need. Money. More money. Even more money. Even more money. Who the fuck is you? Why are... I'm worried about this. That appears to be a statue of a man holding a bottle and a wedge of cheese. But the bottle and the wedge of cheese look real. It still happens, not to shit on Charlie Cox, the English cast of Expedition 33, but playing that game in both English and French, the actors and the actresses in French just had so much more emotion. Not sure if it's the language that does it, or if it's one of those cultural things where growing up with an emotive romance-style storytelling makes for better drama. Spanish novellas are another. I think it's a combination of both, right? English compared to, like, other languages is very rooted in its, like, grammar and rules. And it can be very descriptive, but it's descriptive in a, for lack of a better word, a textual sense. Like, it feels very flowery on paper, and it's very descriptive because it works with your brain to develop imagery. But I feel like it takes a lot of effort to make something written in English feel emotionally expressive in a way that touches at one's heart. Obviously, there are plenty of examples of this happening, but it does not happen nearly as much as if I'm watching something in Spanish or in French or even in something like Japanese or Mandarin, where there are specifically types of grammar and language within that language. There are types of ways of speaking in those languages that are directly rooted in emotion, where you say things a certain way or with a certain inflection, and it completely changes the context. You feel a lot more because the emotion is baked into how the language is spoken. And it's just not something that I've seen happen a lot with English. And I'm not saying that that's not detracting from my own mother tongue or whatever, but it is something that I feel is a unique challenge in English, where one of the things that I said, KJ's talked about Expedition 33. The thing that I'm most familiar from a creative standpoint that was natively in the French language was a animated series called Wakfu, which you've never watched it, or its sister series Dofus. They are amazing fantasy animated series that are great for all ages, but are wonderfully well-written fantasy stories. Highly recommend them. But hearing the characters emote in French versus in English is like a night and day experience. Like, hearing them in their native French, they sound incredibly expressive, especially for an animated series. The English actors do a phenomenal job as well, but the definitive way to watch those shows is in French. Just hands down. It is no contest. I'd argue to a lot of it is like native production versus its dubbed counterparts. For example, just like anime sub-dub arguments in Japan, there's an argument that watching King of the Hill in English with subs is more purist from form, given mannerisms and tone being lost in translation. That's another aspect of it too. Like you know, language has its cultural mannerisms that don't always translate one-to-one into a different language, and so sometimes you have to get creative with it. I will say that like we are starting to see this trend though of shows that are intending on being dubbed in other languages, primarily anime, are starting to do this thing where the production team from the original Japanese,
they call it the
voiceover
waking
staff
key, because it's said that here the Maker's wrath was awakened.
Thanks, Cassandra. They are getting involved in the casting process for the the English cast or the French cast or what have you. Like they want to be involved to make sure that these characters sound how they intend on them sounding, have the ability to bring the same sort of emotion and expressiveness to those characters. A good example of this was My Hero Academia. The original author of the manga, as well as the team behind the anime itself in Japan, were directly involved in casting the English cast, and I believe they were cast at the same time as the Japanese voice actors as well. So that's why the characters not only sound similar to one another in most cases, but that the deliveries of those lines are very similar because they got actors that were able to deliver the same kind of emotion in those scenes and get the exact sort of tone that they were looking for. Love my jelly donuts, and by that I mean stuffed rice. You mean onigiri. That's what you mean. You're right, honestly. To me, if I'm watching something done in an OG language I don't understand, I'd rather watch it in that language with subtitles. Neja and Neja 2 are as examples. It just works better in Chinese with subtitles than dub. Yeah, and again, I think it's important to dub things because there are situations where, especially for potentially like younger viewers who, maybe picking up a new language, or even older viewers, maybe picking up a new language is just not going to be an option. Or in the case of people who, have, physical disabilities that would impair them from enjoying the show in its native tongue. I feel like there is a market for that, but I think the ability to have to access these creations in their original languages and then have them with subtitles is so vitally important. Look, you guys get me to talk about stuff in a serious but fun way. Over here. This is going away from where we need to go, but I want to see what's over here. Oh, this was is this the other side? Yeah, I think this was the other side. Alright. Time for things to get messy. Lucy, I'm home. Have a rock.
I believe we've broken the Templars' hold here.
Was that it?
Stragglers, but we've dashed whatever plans they might have had.
That was it? It was two dudes? I feel a little ripped off. Bonk swipe, we did it!
This boat still looks seaworthy.
Okay, we'll look at that in a moment. What's over here? Anything? Jug? More Black Lotus. I keep distracted from the game, but to provide an example of what you're talking about, Cyberpunk Edge Runners was interesting because it was Studio Trigger and CD Projekt Red collaborating in a language that were technically foreign to both, and it worked. The best version of Edge Runners, anime by Studio Trigger, is English. There's so much lost in the Polish and Japanese version. Really? I didn't realize that. That's actually really cool, though. Like, to see, like, two different entities that are, you know, rooted in very different cultures and very different types of storytelling and come together to make something that, you know, in its original creative vision is not in a language that is native to either of them, which is kind of neat. Alright, so what, does this just take me back?
What do we expect to find here?
Dragon Island. Well, what do we expect to find here? I can take a guess, Varric. It's called Dragon Island. I would imagine that we'll find bears here. I seem to find bears everywhere fucking else. Hello? Like a rock? That's just baby. Let me move your body. This is a weird looking bear. Well, you do remember the dragon you originally saw fighting the giant on the storm coast. Yes, I do remember that. I remember that because that was a weird fight.
Stay alert. We're in the beast's territory now.
But what about Greenland being not so green? Hello, Nix. Aloha. Oh god, it exploded. Yeah, well, good luck. I mean, we've had a pretty good track record with dragons so far. They take a little bit of effort, but we've been getting through them. I think we'll be okay. Besides, I have my Magic-y sword. It'll be fine. I'm hitting things with fire and lightning. Hello? You're gonna appear like right there, aren't you? No. It'd be real cool if you did. You just went boom right on top of that rock. I did this fight when I was severely underleveled, so it was a nightmare for me, but I really wanted to marry Iron Bull, though. Oh, is that one of the ways that you can up your relationship with him, is having him help you kill dragons, I'm assuming? You've mentioned that, you know, the passive ways of getting characters to like you. It'd be a lot cooler if you did. Matthew McConaughey. It'd be a lot cooler if you did. Maybe we should go kill this dragon. You can hear him thumping around. Hi, buddy. You have a little bit of a temper tantrum over there? What's up? You upset? Would rock help you? Oh my god! Dude, if I find like a ring that like increases the damage of my rock fist, it's so fucking over for you. Have a rock! dragon is just a little guy. We found the little guys. This is a big guy. I should probably get out of this. Oh, it's hot target. Okay, cool. Ow! Hit you in the ass with a rock. Oh god, he's focusing on me. Ow. Sucked in? Fine, have a rock. I hate this. I hate this. I hate this. Oh god. Oh, I am in the air. Oh, he's down. Oh, smack in the head. so close. I am very hurt. Oh my god, he fucking exploded!
I've wondered, how did you know to approach us so late?
Oh, there he is.
The breach opened. We were scrambling and barely had time to think. And there you were.
I went to see the breach for myself. I did not know you would be there.
You must not have been far away.
Cool, we level up.
I was not. I'd come to hear of the conclave, but did not want to get close.
Lucky for us then.
Get that in a second. Tell you the full romance detail of the Canaries if you want. Maybe once we get closer to the end. I don't want to get too spoiled on stuff in case I experience things for the first time. Not that I'm saying I'm going to experience romance, but it would be nice if we find about it organically at first. I feel like this could be a podcast and we need candlelight only. Honestly, that would be a cool podcast idea for me, discussing lore from stories I like and their meanings. I don't have a name for it or a good microphone. Both of those are easily fixed. I thought it would be the gayest podcast, whatever the topic. Alright, let's see here. What do you got? What's on the skull? What's in here? In Peace Vigilance. Unique heavy armor. Max 24 maximum health, 7% melee defense, 4% stagger on hit. On dying, 5% chance to heal for half health. Damn. Wyvern Tooth Dagger, that could be good for Cole. Armor penetration, more dexterity, sunder on hit. Okay. Master Dragon Slaying Rune. Superb Ring of Flanking. Could be good for one of the rogues. Dragon Gland, Pure Dragon Blood, Dragon's Tooth, Dragon Webbing, Dragon Scales, Dragon Bone. Not bad at all. I will take all that. I don't have the money for a good microphone, and I'm too depressed right now to work on something like that. Thank you for the support, though. I don't know, maybe I'd be a good podcaster. Honestly, it would probably keep me sane. I honestly have thought about wanting to do, like, a podcast, just, because, like, especially, like, you guys know I have a lot of opinions about stuff, like, especially, like, the game industry and things adjacent to that. And I would love to get, some people together to do something like that. It's just mainly having the time. But, Keisha, I'm gonna be so real with you though. Like, if you want a microphone to be able to do things or record things, you don't have to break the bank to do it. You could, like, it's just a matter of if you want to spend the money on it. Pick me, please. But, like, you could get a decent microphone with good sound. Like, this microphone that I'm using, I've had this microphone for years. It costs like $100 to $150, and that's for the basic model. And you can get slightly upgraded ones for a little bit more. Like, honestly, I want to upgrade at some point and get something a little bit on the higher end side, but that'll probably come around the same time that I eventually upgrade the computer. And this will probably become, like, just a workhorse mic for other stuff. Alright, I know... Oh, I almost missed this plant. More. Rocks. Also, honestly, wanted to start streaming. I was thinking of getting something together before GTA 6, but I don't know. I don't think I'd be good at that. My voice is terrible. It ain't about your voice. And also, no. But, first of all, no. But, it ain't about your voice. Honestly, I'm gonna be so real with you. Do not look at streaming as being like, oh, I need to be, I need to be playing the most recent games or the most trendy games or anything like that. Or even if you're not even playing games, like even if you're doing something, that's more niche in the community, like, like doing, crafting or, live walking around streams. Did we kill the Dwagon? Yeah, we did kill the Dwagon. But yeah, you just need to be passionate and you need to be genuine. Like, those are the two big things. Like, find what you want to stream about and be passionate and consistent about it. Like, and sometimes that's, you know, requires experimenting a little bit. Or do I be playing it because I enjoy it? I love the big games like that. Yeah, and that's fine. Like, there's nothing wrong with playing mainstream stuff. I'm not saying, you know, don't be mainstream. Like, if that's what you want to be, then that's fine. But, you know, like, find what feels good to stream. Especially if it's something where, like, people come and are enjoying watching you do it. Like, I'm gonna be so real with you. Like, when I started doing this, I didn't know what I was gonna stream on the regular. I had ideas, and the two things that ended up seeming to get people to come in and, well, I guess three things. The three things that seemed to get people to come in and start watching were me playing roguelikes, me doing voiceovers of games while I was playing them, and doing, you know, these blind playthroughs like this and experiencing them for the first time on stream. Those were these were not things that I was expecting to be as big of a draw as they were, and I have come to find things that I enjoy within them as a result. But everything that I play is still something that I want to play. It's still something that I have found enjoyment or genuine interest in. So that would be my main thing. I have a headache. I have work tomorrow. Have fun. I'm gonna go to bed. Okay, Fox, you have a great evening. Thanks for coming in. But I hope you feel better as well. I hope you'll be able to join us tomorrow. But no pressure if you've got stuff going on. But yeah, if you know, I'm not a big streamer by any stretch of the imagination. I'm very fortunate to have the 200 plus followers that I do have. But as someone who is, you know, still small and I guess indie, for lack of a better word, if there's one thing I can recommend to anyone who's interested in streaming, is stream stuff that you actually want to do, not what you feel is trendy or currently relevant. You will find much more meaningful viewership and interesting people who are coming to watch you because they are interested in what you are doing, and not the trends you are chasing. All right. Back to the rowboat. Watch me do a sick kickflip. Alright, cool. So, that, I guess, is mission accomplished. Alright, so I guess let's go back to the Skyhold here real quick. See if any see where our missions are at currently. Because I just realized that since we were looking around, I don't think I ever put Cullen back on something. But I think we might one or both of the other two we had going might be either done or close to being done. I think we also got an Inquisition perk, which. Oh my god, wait, I haven't been horny on main so far. You really don't gotta. If I see iron bolt clippers, Jesus Christ. Okay, what are we gonna do with you? Thanks, Nix. Doesn't look like they're done yet, but Let's see here. I think we wanted to get... Wasn't there an inventory thing? The Inquisition? Potion slot. Oh, we could do the potion slot. Connections. Do sterling reputation. Secret. Advanced studies. Do that. And their forces. Oof. Master focus could do that. Do true grit. That also could be good. Let's do the master focus. We'll do that. There's an extreme masochist. I don't think bonking me would make it better. It would probably make it worse. Yeah, but it might get you to take breaks. Alright, let's see here. How far along are these? I still got an hour and 42 minutes on that. I didn't realize how long that was. And this one? 46:40 on that one. Okay. Well, so Josephine's finished. Let's look at this one. A report from Antiva delivered to Liliana. The Venatori are smuggling red lyrium into Antiva, but thus far they have evaded our grasp. We believe Lord Enzo of Rialto is assisting them. Enzo is clever, well-liked, and has relations among Antivan royalty. If we approach him without proof, he will bury his tracks and turn his allies against us. Lord Enzo attends the theater on the same night each week. His home is empty, save for a few servants during that time. My agents can pay a visit. I have a cousin, Rialto. If she threw a soiree in Vorted, invited Lord Enzo, his house would be clear. That was what we were going to have Josephine do. We'll clear out the whole house. I got a single ad, and this single ad was for a Webberoni pizza from Little Caesars. What the fuck is it? A Webberoni? Okay, hold on. Let me look it up. Webberoni pizza. What the hell is it? It is shredded pepperoni arranged across the pizza in a spiderweb-like pattern, so you get crispy pepperoni in every bite. Honestly, doesn't sound that bad. I'd try it. Alright, so we got everything going there. Oh, right, we, at least one of us, I know we leveled up. So let's see here. Our Rift Mage abilities, hopefully, Encircling Veil, Full of the Abyss, Twisting Veil. I could. No, we updated our rock. What are upgrades for this? Cast Veil Strike more easily, and the blow weakens your enemies, causing them to do less damage. Veil Strike can only be used at your location, with the cooldown is reduced whenever you take damage. Could do that. Why don't we apply that? Upgrade that. Let's get this. I think I want to trade this out for... Trade it out for this. And if it's Peter Parker, I prefer those white strands to be something else. KJ! Oh my god! Okay, you got your horny on main joke in. Okay, wait. That's enough! Jesus! Wish Red Robin would bring back the Berserker Burger, but then I wish we also had a Red Robin here. I'm not familiar with the Berserker Burger. What is that? Sandra's leveled up. Sarah's leveled up. So is Dorian. I want to be Mary Jane Watson. Okay. Okay, those are two very different statements. I think the last time I had Red Robin was 20. I've had them a couple of times recently. They're okay. They definitely, I think, have dropped down in quality a little bit, which is unfortunate. What would we put here in coal? I haven't gotten there yet. Oh, I did get that one, I guess. Or did I? Okay, we did get that one. Okay. We have Mark of Death. What are our upgrades here? Mark of Death lasts even longer, but can no longer be manually triggered early for bonus damage. Mark of Death now does less damage when it expires, but much more if you detonate it early. There's one by me that failed. Oh wait, no, I'm thinking of Red Lobster. I don't fucking know what happened with the Red Robin. Cheddar cheese, spicy pickles, zesty aioli, and sriracha onion straws on a brioche. But that sounds really good. I'd have to 86 the pickles, but that sounds actually really, really tasty. All right, so we got Cole leveled up. Nothing for Vivienne. Nothing for Solus. Nothing for Varric. Nothing for Iron Bolt. Okay, cool. Anything new in the inventory? Right. Unique heavy armor. Cassandra, what are you wearing? Max on health. Black wall. Iron ball. 192. So Cassandra is the one with the lowest armor out of the three heavy armor wearers. Oh, goodness. Welcome in, Kai. Thank you so much for the raid. Imagine if I hit the lose the glasses right when you put on the raid shades. Welcome. Sorry to raid and run, but I need to take some meds for this headache. I hope you all have fun. No worries, Kai. Thank you so much for coming in. Let me get you a quick shout out real quick. But I hope if you're raiding and running, I hope you have a wonderful evening. I hope your headache goes away. and have a wonderful evening. Hey there, Ash. I'm having a great night this evening. So glad we got to see you tonight. I hope you're doing well as well. We are playing a Dragon Age Inquisition this evening. I see Kai was playing Boyfriend Dungeon. Were there boys in their dungeon? Alright, so what are we getting and what are we losing? We lose the we're losing the magic defense, which is unfortunate. Same melee defense, losing the maximum health, but that's significantly higher armor. And losing the maximum guard. I think that's from the Sigil of the Bronto, though, so we could probably fix that. Yeah, well, we'll put that on her. Let me get back. I should show you guys what we're playing. So sorry. Yeah, we'll put that on her. Alright. We need to go down to the Undercroft to fix that. Jolly redeemed a card pack. Okay, give me 1 second. Let me take care of this really fast. And then we'll switch over to the camera, back to the camera so you can pick that out. Let me, in the meantime, there is the list of what we got. So if you want to take a quick peek at that and let me know what you want.
Smith should be.
Sandra here. Let me take these off. Then go back to this. Put that back on there for her. Trim changes. Alright, cool. And let me just go ahead and sell off our junk really quick here. Anybody else wearing shitty armor? No, everybody else's armor is better, so we can get rid of that. Drop that. This, drop this. Alright. Pause this really quick, go back here. You want that Pokemon Happy Meal 2025? I think that might be the last one I have of that. Let me... Oh, somebody open another one. Who else? Oh, and Crow as well. Okay, Crow. Well, you let me know what you want as well, and I'll grab that out. All right. Let's see here. Where do I have those? I know you're in here somewhere. I just sworn I had one more of those. Oh no, did I run out? I may have to have you pick another one, Jolly. I'm so sorry. Give me 1 second. This thing is jam-packed full of cards, so... You want Halloween? Okay. Those I know where I have. We opened 2 of those, so I'll get you those. I'll set those aside here. I could have sworn I had one more of these Happy Meal ones. Did I take them? Not there. Are they in the other box? Magic. God, I could have sworn I had one. Let me do one more check on this side. Real thorough, I promise. Those are all Halloween packs. Neopets. No, I guess I'm out. I guess I forgot to remove that from the list. Are you sure you want to double down on Halloween? Like, I'll be happy. Like, could I interest you in potentially a Japanese pack? If you still want Halloween, I'll give it to you. Okay, sold. All right, cool. We'll do a Japanese pack then. All right. I've been told, to my understanding, that these have a potentially higher chance of rare cards, but there are fewer cards per pack. So we'll have to see what happens here. I also think they have a different card back. Yeah, they do. So here, this is a US Pokemon card. Here is a Japanese one. So I have no idea what to expect on this. So we'll have to see if we can figure out what this is. So we have, that's a Zangoose. Zangoose. That's a Dedenne. Spheal. And that's a, what, a Galarian Tauros? And, oh, was that a... I think it's Chien Mo, I think is his name. No hollow in that one, but that's okay. Thank you for that, Jolly. And then let's go ahead and... surprised Japanese Pokemon cards still have English backs. Because Pokemon is an international brand now. So... I think they've always had the Pokemon logo in there, but yeah, anything that has like Pokemon on it just says Pokemon. They don't. There's no translation for it. If I can get these to open, we'll be in business here. Hey, let me a second. I'm getting these open here. I hate having just dead silence in the background, so let me turn the music back on right now. There we go. Card pack opening Coolidge style. Don't tell me did you do it? You did. Okay, we can do it.
Okay, so give me just a second here to open up this goddamn card pack. Oh my god. Here's one. And then we always open 2 Halloween packs because they're so small. They're itty bitty and tiny. Oh my gosh. So, god damn it. Would you stop being just a little bitch about it and just open up? There we go. Oh my god. Oh, did someone get auto-modded? Hold on, let's see. What did you say? Who was being a naughty boy? You got modded for the word pachinko? Konami ever made cards? They would be pachinko machine cards. Nix, I don't know if you realize this. Konami makes Yu-Gi-Oh! Which, I mean, is kind of the same thing. But, you know, it's neither here nor there. But let's see what you got there, Crow. Here we go. So, we're starting with oh, look, it's a Haunter. I was always sort of privy to the Gengar myself, but, you know, Haunter's good, too. And, oh my god! Is that a Fluttermane? Oh my sweet Jesus. look at those beautiful holographic sparkles. Oh, doesn't that just make you go, And then we have a Trevenant, spooky tree. Oh my god. And then we have, what's that? Galarian Runerigus. That sounds slightly dirty, but we won't talk about that. Oh, is that another That's a hollow Mimikyu. Holy shit. And then finally, we have good old Murkrow. Oh, I bet he really like a hot dog right now.
All right, YouTube. Thank you for that. Wait, let me un-auto mod you, Nix. I don't know why. I guess because they're worried about it referencing to gambling, but I don't know why you got auto modded for the word pachinko. If Coolidge had trading cards, it would be various types of hot. Can you imagine Jennifer Coolidge trading cards? Every time I pick a Halloween pack, you always get lucky. Hey, I ain't complaining. You don't hear me complaining about it, do you? But I have a lot of cards to get through. I still have a lot of those Halloween mini packs too. We probably have gotten a full set probably like 2 or 3 times over. But they're still fun to open, so. But I have tons of stuff in there. So like, if you guys ever want to, like, right now I'm kind of putting a hold on buying new packs because I've got so many right now that I don't have space to store them. So, not saying I won't take any if you guys send them because I always love getting stuff from you guys. But if you are interested in opening them, feel free to use your channel points on them right now because we have a surplus. So. If that changes, I will let you guys know. But let me go ahead and we'll swap back to the game here. Oh, I know if you take the word, there is a potential slur. Oh, I see what you're saying. That's so dumb, though. Like, that's some, like, Nintendo, like, saying you can't, like, put certain words in their games because it just so happens to have a naughty word inside of it. Or especially like if it's in another language or some shit. Like the context is important. We didn't program our substring scanner that well. Or alternatively, we programmed it too well and now it's looking at everything. All right. So we sold off what we didn't need. We got Cassandra upgraded, which is nice. All right. So... let's see here. Let's look at our quest map and see what we got going on here. So, nothing in Val Royeaux at the moment. Nothing in the Hissing Wastes. Forbidden Oasis is just shard-related stuff. That's just shards. I'm not really worried about shards at the moment. There's still a bunch of rifts in the Exalted Plains. Oh, we need to do this to progress stuff with Cullen. There's a decent amount of stuff in the Emerald Graves. We'll go do that. Landmarks, rifts, shards. Let's pour some more stuff. Oh, okay. Oh, right. We could do this with Cassandra. I almost completely forgot about this. I got programmers be like, problem is outside of scope. I got unjustly censored in my WoW Guild Discord the other day for saying sucks. Like, in the context of my fellow guildmate's quest was bugged, and I was like, that sucks. None of the workarounds worked. My guild leader was like, I'm so sorry. I'm going to fix the bot. Like, if we were talking your gameplay and a certain hand means these that might be automata. I love you. Why does that sound familiar? That's a card game. I feel like I've played it before, but I don't remember the rules off the top of my head. I said so much shit in Software Stream, he eventually turned Automata off completely. I have it on just to be on the safe side, because in my earlier days, I did have a couple of trolls come in and try to be a shithead to me or the few people who were watching at the time. So I keep it on just in case, but I need to probably go in there and make some tweaks on it. Second time I got censored, someone said a pun, and I was like, I like silly jokes. It modded you for I like silly jokes. Clearly it doesn't. There's reason to believe that Corypheus is behind the disappearance of the Seekers of Truth, but she requires help to prove it. Okay, so yeah, we can go here and do this. So Cassandra is definitely coming with us, obviously. So we're fucking around with Corypheus here. So maybe we keep Varric with us, and we'll bring Dorian this time. Yeah, it depends on the stream culture, dude, because Seller will 100% mock back. Oh, I'll mock back too, but I also don't want... I am a firm believer in shutting that kind of shit down. So if I don't give them a leg to stand on, where they can be given the attention they want in the first place, I don't necessarily always have to mock people. You know, I'm gonna rename the TRUMP has something else like boop. Oh. Doesn't like the word silly, apparently. Anything you could accidentally call someone a mean word, okay. Like my hand boops your hand sounds adorable. Just boop. To prevent people from being toxic, so I get. But yeah, I get it too. Alright, so we're just here. Okay. Let's see what this has going here for us.
Herr Oswin, odd that the trail should lead us here. Ban Loren is a pious, unassuming man. What has he become involved in?
Might not be by choice.
Might simply be a victim as well.
Let's see what lies within.
Prevent from calling silly sausage and other jackanapes. Oh, I sat on the floor and I can't get up. Oh, Crow, do we need to get you the life alert? Step is lay on the floor till your back hurts less. I do this. Oh yeah, we call that floor time. Floor time is good. Does this door open? It does. Hi? Oh, you don't like me. Oh, well, shit. Okay, let's back off. Let's back off. Let me see what's up here, then. These aren't like they used to be. Oh, Crow, I know all too well. Hi? Oh, explosions! That's why I like to use words, the father from the Christmas story. I haven't called many things, Hosticle Pfeiffer? Huh. Thanks, KJ. Honestly, I just sat down on the floor because I wanted floor time, and partially I can't get up more, so I don't want to versus I can't. Elf swears are great. Elf swears are great. Son of a nutcracker! That's all I get out of things. You gotta get more creative with your material. And I don't mean more fucking lewd with it. Ah, tartar tots. You smell like beef and cheese. You forgot the best part of that. Because he goes, you smell like beef and cheese. It's sadness.
Ooh, I'm thirsty.
Because we're hydrate. Thank you, Nick.
This is an extreme thirst.
Inspired you envy's love of niche insults. Yeah. I do love me a good insult. Like a good, like, clever insult. Or one that's just really funny.
Oh god, I smell the beef. It's an all-beef, ballpark hot dog.
Thank you for gracing us with your glorious presence, KJ. You are truly a sight to behold, and I cherish you for coming here so I can bask in your beautiful light. Alright, hold on.
Thank you for gracing us with your glorious presence, KJ. You are truly a sight to behold, and I cherish you for coming here so we can bask in your beautiful light, you wonderful bastard.
That better? Oh, whoops. I smell like beef, not the beef. Too late. I like mine better. A little more love in a plumper because there's a little more plumper to love. The plumper hot dogs. What? That's what I've not heard. Much better, thank you. Now there should be a line to kiss my hand. God, read much? Probably too much. Honestly, not lying, I probably need to read more. It's been difficult to read as much as I would like to lately because work has just been absolutely sucking the life out of me. Which is normally when I read, is I'll read on my breaks and my lunches. But I've been napping instead because I've just been exhausted. I read but also can't read. Got it. KJ reads hieroglyphics, everyone. There were hot dogs in the 90s that when you cooked them, they plumped. Well, I got that part. I just, I've never heard of that brand, I guess. But if they were popular in the 90s, I may have been slightly too young for it. I've actually finished a lot of books this year, and a lot of them have been gay, queer literature. That's awesome! All right, it's time for me to ask everyone, if you are a reader, what are you currently reading? I am currently reading book 3 of the Dungeon Crawler Carl series called The Anarchist's Cookbook. It's been very, very good so far. Read emojis, God. There were Frankenstuff hot dogs, which had chili in them. My message get buried, or did my ADHD cut part out of my mental vision? It might have got buried. No, I apologize. Here, let me go back up. Speaking of Emmy, I forgot if I told you guys I'm gender fluid now. Oh, no, I don't think you've mentioned that, but congratulations on coming out as that. Happy Pride Month. Great time to do it. KJ's reading The Godfather by Mario Puzo. I mean, Bury Our Bones in the Midnight Soil. I'm not familiar with that one, but that one sounds neat. Fuck, what am I reading? Looks around at all the books I own. Oh, I keep buying books. I have no time to read, but I keep buying books. That's the curse of being a book reader. I blame Stone, personally. She got me back into reading, and now I'm buying books that I want to read, but don't have time for. Gender fluid like the fluid of... Wait, no, that doesn't... No, it doesn't, KJ. Back to the drawing board with you. Yeah, your boy's also a girl and an envy, and none of those. It's not confusing. Hey, makes perfect sense to me. Oh god, that was the most unintimidating yell I think I've ever heard anyone do. Find the dungeon key,
Promises.
explore the castle.
I should have known. The Order of Fiery Promise is a cult with strange beliefs about the Seekers. They've hounded us for centuries.
Investigate. What strange beliefs?
What kind of strange beliefs?
They believe they are Seekers, the only rightful ones. They say we robbed their powers long ago, preventing them from ending the world.
Ending the world?
The only way to truly eradicate evil in their eyes, the world will be reborn a paradise. It's all nonsense.
Why not deal with them?
Why haven't the Seekers dealt with them?
We have, many times. They simply reappear after a time like weeds. Nobody knows how.
Cultist doesn't sound good.
Cultists. Why am I not surprised?
This explains why the Seekers might be here, but not the connection to Corypheus.
Alrighty. Poor bastard. Oh, did I miss loot? I missed important loot, didn't I? Probably the key. Yeah, dungeon key. Alright, cool. I saw a thing that says, are you handsome or are you beautiful? Neither. I am a handful. Oh my god. That's fucking me. God, that doesn't explain my relationship with Stone. I don't know what will. Like, there are some days where, like, he's like, she'll be like, you were just, like, absolutely on a tear today. I was like, yep, this is what you signed up for. You somehow found that attractive, and here we are. Oh, because I'm a drag queen. I drag queen so good, my breastplate could practically be a biological part of me. Also, since it's Pride Month, we don't say, let's get this straight, we say, to be queer. Alright, where to now? Little tiny box to loot. I hear birds chirping. Why do I hear birds chirping? Dead Seeker, that's not good.
A Seeker. Did they torture him to death? The Promises will pay for this.
I don't like where this is going. Ow, bastard! I was picking up something. You shithead, eat a rock. Oh, you better die. What are you doing just fucking meandering around? Oh, there we go.
As the Seekers of Truth have proven resistant to the effects of red lyrium, the Elder One has seen fit to place them in your care. Reclaim your destiny, and know that the Elder One expects your devotion as repayment. Signed by Lord Samson, commander of the Red Templars. Does Corypheus not realize the Promises want the world to end? What use are they to him?
coming out as a gender fluid. I've been joking to my friends. I switch gender fluid. I really can't make up my mind on anything. It's a spectrum, my dude. It uses a gender-neutral term. We're all in agreement that dude is like a gender-neutral term now, right? Oh, that we're having these important discoveries with Cassandra, and then the music is just like, oh my god, guys, we're on an adventure in the hills! Isn't this fun? I'm currently not reading anything, but I did just find the book marked The Vampire Armand that I started in high school, so 14 years ago. Time to start up. Oh, God. Well, if you need recommendations for some stuff, I've read some good things in the recent memory, so... If I'm gender fluid, does that mean my fluids are good for both genders? Okay, yeah. Now, Nix, I can't believe I'm doing this, but... Damn it, I'm grounded with you. Nix did it! They found the joke! But yeah, about these promisers, yeah, he'll betray them first.
Corypheus will probably betray them before they get their chance.
But after he gets what he needs out of them. But this doesn't explain how he captured the Seekers in the first place, or what's been done with them. We must keep looking.
So I have a non-binary person at work, and I accidentally say girl because, like, girl, you know, is just a word, but sometimes I call them it and go, oh, fuck, sorry. I think it's a matter of, again, it's a matter of context. If you're saying it like that, or like, girl, you know, like, I feel that's just as much as a colloquialism and a turn of phrase as it is, you know, gendered, I guess. Like, I think as long as you don't mean it to be, misgendering, and of course, obviously, as long as the other person is not actually deeply upset by it, that it's fine. Like, it's one of those things that, like, everybody's got their preferences, and as long as you're trying to be as considerate as possible, I don't think anyone is ever going to truly get that upset with you. You're probably chill about. I always go out, fuck, regardless of that. Well, yeah, you're trying to be a good person. You're trying to, you know, identify people and call them by the, you know, the names and the identity that they want to have, and that's completely respectful. It's all right to be frustrated about that, but you're also completely aware of it and own up to it too. So, like, I think that's a good balance. I never realized this until now, but Cassandra's face is often permanently in Botox scowl, and I can't unsee it. I go, who's your practitioner? Because honestly, that forehead is clean. Why are Seekers resistant?
The letter said Seekers were resistant to Red Lyrium.
Our abilities grant us many gifts, but a resistance to Red Lyrium's corruption? That seems strange. Although it would explain why none have numbered among the Red Templars. And thus Seekers would be useless to Corypheus. He would have no leash to hold us.
Seriously, look at her. No, I don't. I'm not saying I don't see it. You're not wrong. Dude is a gender-neutral program. We learned that from Good Burger, home of the Good Burger. You're absolutely right. I'm a dude. He's a dude. She's a dude. 'Cause we're all dudes, hey! Nico! Oh, hi, Nico! How are you, Nikki? I haven't seen you in, like, forever! How are you? My goodness. That is a name I have not seen in my chat in quite a long time. That is so great to see you. Situations like that, I found myself swapping out girl in my brain for squirrel. I used to struggle so much with theys and thems, and now that's what I do. Okay, so it's not just me. It's not just me. I'm the same way. Unless someone asks me to use a particular set of pronouns, or I am confident in that I know what their pronouns are, I will default to they them. I just do. I don't know when I started doing that, but I just do, because it's like, it's, you know, it's they them, it's gender neutral. So like, I'm not technically wrong or right when I call them that. So like, saw you were live at Figure Pumpkin. Well, that's so sweet. Thank you so much. I hope you've been doing well. We're just doing some late night Dragon Age. Let's see here. We'll find them.
We'll find them, Cassandra.
I know we will. One way or another.
It's just easier and respectful, and I rarely had someone get angry. Yeah, same. Like, although I have weird conversation a minute ago. Oh my god, I'm a he. Oh, get over yourself. I'm a him. You're an ass. That's what you are. Speak he, they, and I'm cool with she and stuff. And yeah, well, I mean, I don't, like, I've known some people who say they would prefer to be called it, and I don't know about that one. I feel like using it as a pronoun for a person feels really dehumanizing. I mean, I'll use it if that is what you insist upon, but I would much rather use something more personifying. I have a non-binary, like, 25-year-old friend. They go by they, them, both, them and their partner, and let me tell you, it was such a headfuck when I found out their names were Maddie and Sharon. Well, I mean, that's still their names. Like, as I don't think necessarily names have to be indicative of anything of your gender. But I guess I can see where the surprise would come from. Today I bought my first nail polish in person to practice. My wife saw the gel polish and I bought and ordered me an LED lamp and said we can do our nails together. Oh, that's so sweet. I know you've been experimenting with that stuff, Nix, and I will say in the Discord it's been looking really, really nice. I'm glad everybody banded together to help give you advice and suggestions and stuff. That was really, really sweet. Another example, I greet a non-binary person like, sup, they be squirrel, instead of the baby girl or something in that room. I like it. I'm here for it. It as a pronoun is highly contextualized. I should be clear, I don't prefer that one anywhere near as much as the other. The people I know going by it use it for different, really specific reasons, ranging from trauma to identifying as a little shit. Like, yeah, like I said, I guess it very much depends on context. I'm just not the biggest fan of utilizing a word that is usually defaulted to identifying inanimate objects for people. Again, if that's what you want, I will do my best to accommodate, but I would much rather try to find something better. I rather would use one of the I can't, what was it, Z-Zim, like or Z-Zer, you know, like the ones that start with X or Z, I think is how they're spelled. I would much rather use something like that at least shows personification rather than something that would normally be used to describe objects. But that's just me personally. I know, it's just like, I was like, I'm going to call you guys by your chosen names because I don't like those names don't resonate with me or for you guys. Like, they just don't feel like your names. Like, Nyx and Fenix sound more non-binary in my head. It's because they are. It's more the gender fluid thing. I would prefer that in a highly specific situation 99% of the time. Okay, I 99% of the time it's he, they, she. Okay, I mean, yeah, I'm not knocking you, Jolly, at all. Not, like, I'm not trying to convince you one way or the other. I'm just speaking from my perspective. But I will admit that mine is, you know, a limited perspective because, you know, while I am not straight, I am, you know, cisgendered. So, like, I just simply don't relate 100% in that regard. I'm empathetic to it, and I'm aware that my perspective is not the only one, but it does throw me for a loop sometimes. Alright. Some loot in here. Nothing particularly great, but can I climb up here? No. Alright. Starting to get a little late, so I think once we finish up this area, we'll probably call it a night. I've had a lot of fun this evening. We've been yapping about a lot of stuff. We've had a nice active chat, which is always nice. I love it when we have lots of people in here so we can talk about stuff. It's always fun. Is that safe for me to... Okay, yeah, there's nothing down there. Okay. I was just making sure there wasn't. I was like, is there surprise goodies? It's all because I was here first. Sure. It's definitely because you were here first. Definitely that. Definitely. I bow to you, almighty first person. Person, if you will. No, Jolly, it's okay. You didn't mean anything by it. It was just it was a topic of discussion. No, like I said, I feel like we're done with it now, so let's just not continue to draw attention to it, and I think we'll be okay. Like, I've said my piece about it. I don't think it needs to really be extrapolated on any more than we already have. But no, you didn't do anything wrong. Like, if I were truly upset by it, I would have already nipped it in the bud a long time ago. Alright, can we open this door? Hello? Anyone home? Okay. I don't like that. That's not very nice. How about I hit you with a rock? That was the wall. God damn it. Hitting people with rocks. Oh, this is a target one? Nice. Hitting people with more rocks. One of my favorite things about my Arrow Ace friends is that they get so excited about food and meeting new people. We just talk about food. I love talking about food. I'm not Arrow Ace, but like I will gladly talk about food. I always hated inside these dark ass temples. My God, my AC is so good. My room is 52 degrees Fahrenheit. That sounds pretty cozy. Also, wait a minute, 52? Are you not frozen to death? I don't even make, like I said, I like a cooler room, but I don't go that cold. But I guess you are, like, you are in a desert. So, like, I guess that makes sense. What other loot we got? Big fuck off chest back here. Give me your secrets. Malachite. There's a lot of thumping around here. Pointed it at the bed and it says 52 per day, and Vegas it was 108. Oh my God. I think I would die. I wanted to be frozen. I would, if it were 108 degrees outside, I would want to be frozen too. That was so dumb. I'm so sorry. It was 107 at San Japan. Yeah, and I hated it then too. Oh. The Order of Fiery Promise. Consider the time in which the original Inquisition existed. The first blight had devastated the world, tearing down the mighty Tevinder Imperium and leaving nothing in its place. Just as there were several cults of Andraste vying to become the true inheritor of the Prophet's faith, there was more than one group claiming to represent the one true path that delivered the world from chaos. The Order of Fiery Promise was one of these, a band of men and women who decreed that not only was the end of the world nigh, it was necessary. Thetis must be cleansed with fire and reborn as a paradise. This they solemnly promised. They devoted themselves utterly to seeing this come about. Whether they ever drew close to their goal is unknown. The Inquisition eventually crushed these promisers during a battle recorded only as the cleansing of Chernow. The cult reappeared in the early Divine Age, claiming to take up the Inquisition's mantle after it had transformed into the Seekers of Truth, leading the Chantry hunts that did not see the promisers eliminated again until the Exalted Age. You know what used to piss me off about Dragon Age Origins was that crow. Hopefully we can meet up at a lesser temperature someday. I think we just I think it would have been better. Like, I get why we did it because we were going to a convention and everything like that. But if we could meet up at a time of year where it's not balls hot, that would be real cool. That's like, I'm actually I'll go ahead and let the cat out of the bag on this one. Stone and I just got done booking flights and hotel stay to go to Vegas to see KJ and a bunch of our other friends that live in that area. And we are intentionally going in the fall so that way it won't be as blistering hot out while we're out and about enjoying things. So to somewhere it's not humid. Ohio in the summer often has a higher heat index than Arizona. That's fair enough. Lockpicking with Zevran insufficient. Yeah, I felt Zevran felt so useless in Origin. I loved his character. I hated having him in the party. I was like, Zevran, what can you do besides be incredibly charming? Funnily enough, I am all for the environment and shit, and I know AC is bad for the environment and shit, but I also live in the Mojave, and let me tell you, people can complain about AC all they want. That shit is necessary. I mean, yeah, until another method provides itself where, you know, it can be just as effective, it's just one of those necessary evils, especially for that kind of environment. I still want to go to the horror place in Vegas, but won't happen this year. That is definitely something I was intrigued about. I haven't looked that up yet. Unfortunately, we were trying to book things to do while we're there, but like a lot of this stuff won't let you book until it's like at least 90 days out. So we gotta wait a couple of months before we can start like getting tickets for things. Try being in Europe this week. Paris hit 112. Jesus. Bro, when are you coming to see me? I wish I had answers for all this, because there's so many people who I want to go see, including you, Crow. We also could look into having you come down here as well. You know, just saying. Oh, this is the throne I have. Wait, if I go to Vegas, does that mean I have a chance to see KJ? I mean, if you guys want to meet up. I have an uncle I don't talk to who lives in Arizona and doesn't use AC. Are they? I mean this with all due respect. Are they dead? Are they dead inside? If you go to OhioCon, look. I've heard good things about OhioCon. Let's see here. Do these just both go around? I think they do. There's a chest here. I have Parisian friends who told me about it. They're having to find ways to retrofit cooling systems or change building design to accommodate for European sudden blistering heat. Yeah, but global warming isn't a thing. Not a thing, guys. Don't worry about it. It's just a one-off thing. Even though this sort of thing's been happening for years, it's definitely not a large, global problem. I will say you're always welcome here, but it's quite fun. I mean, Hawaii is definitely on the list of places I would like to go see, just for nothing else, just the culture. But we have a lot of things on our bucket list for big trips. I think we're planning on doing Vegas this year, and then if we can swing it next year, we'd really like to do a trip to one of the Disney parks. That would be probably a big thing. I know Disney, the mouse owns everything, blah, 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 blah. I've wanted to go to the Disney World since I was 6, so, like, leave me alone. A Magister staff schematic. Okay, so there is another room over here. I don't want to open this door yet, though. Where I went to Disney World both as a kid and a couple years ago, and let me tell you, it ain't the same park anymore. Ironically, I feel like it has less magic. I get that, and I can probably concur with that. I'm a huge theme park fan, so like I keep up the tabs on stuff. But there's still a part of me that wants to go experience it. Like, it's been a dream of mine since I was a child, and there are still things there that I want to see. So, like, even if it may... There are things that I wanted to see that are no longer there. One of my favorite things I would have loved to do as a child that is no longer there anymore is Disney Quest, which was basically this giant fucking arcade that was built alongside Disney World, and it's gone now. It has been completely torn down, and it does not exist anymore. Same thing with the Adventurers Club in Pleasure Island. Pleasure Island is no longer a thing. And the Adventurers Club, which was like this very themed, sort of like immersive in-world experience that was like part bar, part comedy club, part improv show, was really, 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 really fun. Gotta jump off here for now. Hope you have a great rest of your stream. Thank you so much. You have a wonderful evening. Hope we'll see you again soon. I don't know why they used actual actors for the Trivago as and then did AI voiceover. Like, it's so bad. I don't know why. I know which one you're talking about. I don't know why they did that either. It's so weird. All the rides I loved are either ripped out or converted is the biggest thing. That's fair. And I mean, some of it is a necessary thing because sometimes, the technology that's in there is so outdated that it's not cost effective to keep it in the same manner that it was before. And some of it is them trying new things and trying to update things, and they're not always going to get it right. Like, I'm trying to pause again here because I'm on my soapbox again. But they just revealed, I think it was today, if not yesterday, that I think it's for Pirates of the Caribbean at Disneyland. That they added in this new animatronic in a scene as you're going through before you get to the main town scenes, where it used to be just a skeleton that was on top of a big pile of gold, and it was holding like a fistful of coins and jewels, and it was like representing like pirate greed and everything like that. And they just recently changed it out for an animatronic with this projection mapping effect. So it's an animatronic body, but they're using projection mapping onto the head of the animatronic. So it's not like the ones that they used in like the Frozen ride or on the Seven Dwarfs Mine Train or anything like that, where those are rear projected inside of the head. These are ones where they are utilizing software to keep track of where the head is in real space and project it from a projector onto the face. It looks better, and it looks more real in person, but it definitely looks a little different. And it basically is just this effect of where the guy is holding a chest and he has this cursed coin, and then he goes from having a regular face to becoming paralyzed as a skeleton. His face turns into a skull, and then his hand, which is now supposed to be a skeleton hand, sort of loses its rigidity. He drops the coin, the curse reverts itself, he goes back to a normal person, and then his greed immediately takes over again, and he grabs the coin again, and the cycle repeats itself. It's an interesting effect, but it's so new in comparison to the rest of the effects in Pirates that it kind of feels out of place. And so I either wish they would have put it somewhere, would have debuted this technology in a newer ride, or if they were going to commit to it, put it in multiple places. So that way it feels more evenly spaced out. I got to enjoy Toontown. I thought it was amazing at the time. Oh, I love Toontown. Even with the new changes with because I think it's the Disneyland version that has the Mickey's Runaway Railway in there now. I still love the Toontown aesthetic. When Frozen came out, they torched the Norse Myth ride. That was really cool in favor of a meet and greet hall. Yeah, and I miss Maelstrom. Maelstrom was such a cool idea, but I also understand why they put the Frozen. It would have been dumb for them not to put the Frozen ride in there. And thankfully, they've updated it where it's a lot more of a pleasant experience. I'm so upset that Muppets was good. I am upset about that. Is one that I am upset it's gone. Muppet Vision was a very interesting attraction. I'm glad that they kept the Muppets in there by updating Rock and Roller Coaster with the Muppets. I think like the Aerosmith thing was getting a little dated. But it was a fun way of including them in the park, and you could still see some stuff from Muppet Vision in the queue for that ride. And every night at Pleasure Island was a New Year's Eve countdown. Yep. Really, when I went to Disney World, it was fine, but genuinely, I have a better time at Disneyland and California Adventure than at the Orlando parks. I don't know why, but Disney's Orlando parks just felt off. I think it's because they're aiming for more of a spectacle. Like, you know, they're wanting it to be this bougie experience, and sometimes that can feel a little disingenuous. And this was recently 2023. Like, genuinely, Disneyland was a better and still a better experience than the Orlando parks. I think it's because they have to try a little harder, right? They have less to offer than Disney World does in terms of attractions and different experiences. So they have to make sure that their stuff feels really on par. They have things that they do at Disneyland that they don't do at Disney World. Like, there's this fun pirates sort of scavenger hunt thing that you can do at Disneyland, where like there is an interactive element to it that you use your phone or a magic band to basically cause little interactive experiences to activate, where like you'll have a chest come out of the water or stuff like that. They also did one for DuckTales that was like that too. I think both of them are still active, and like you can go and do little quests and stuff like that, and if you do a certain number of them during a day, they give you like a little certificate or a medal or something like that. It's super fun. Pirates of the Caribbean ride is so old it was the inspiration for the movies, not vice versa. Yeah, but I get why they also... Pirates is also one of those things that it got so big it would have been foolish not to start including things from the movies in there. Remind me, I'll let you know when I am in California next October. Wait, did I miss something? Oh yeah, you didn't know about them getting rid of Muppet Vision? Yeah, that has been in the in the works for quite a while. But like I said, they did rebrand Rock and Roller Coaster with like the Electric Mayhem and stuff like that, and it's really, really good. It has a animatronic of Scooter in the pre-show that was actually mocapped from the original Muppet Performer. They actually put mocap stuff on the puppet, and so it is actually doing a one-for-one recreation of the puppeteer's movements, and so it looks incredibly lifelike. It's wild. If you can see ride footage of it, I would highly suggest looking at it, because it's one of the coolest things I've seen for animatronics in a really long time. I'm getting distracted from the game. I'm so sorry. You guys got me talking about shit that I love tonight. Everyone needs to experience the Small World wed. Fun fact, if you don't know, Small World never turns off unless they are doing maintenance. Even in the middle of the night when the park is off, that ride is still running constantly, 24/7. Well, also, the customer service when I was at Orlando was kind of whack. Not sure if it was because it had been a while since I was in Florida. Everyone was genuinely rude except for the people I could talk to in Spanish. Made me not want to return to... I mean, as someone who lived in Florida for a couple of years, I could definitely understand that, because Florida people are kind of an all or nothing kind of thing. They're either really, really nice or they're absolute shitheads. Like that was kind of my experience when I was living there, is that like you either find some of the best people there that are just super, super nice and super, super welcoming, or you just find people who could give two shits about you. Especially, how about a stream that discusses Disney rides and we watch videos and discuss together? I have to look into the logistics of that, because I don't know what the legality of that is on stream, because I don't want to infringe on people's rights for their videos.
Daniel, can you hear me?
But I'd love to do that, though.
Cassandra, it is you. You're alive.
As are you. I'm so glad I found you.
No, they put a demon inside me. It's tearing me up.
What? You can't be possessed. That's impossible.
I'm not possessed. They fed me things. I can feel it growing.
Can we help him?
Can we do anything?
I don't know. This thing inside him.
The Lord Seeker. You have to find him.
Of course we'll find him. If he lives, we'll...
Lucius betrayed us, Cassandra. He sent us here, one by one. An important mission, he said. Lies. He was here with them all along. He's still working with them.
We met the Lord Seeker.
But we met Lord Seeker Lucius in Val Royeaux. He couldn't have been here.
That wasn't him. It was a demon, masquerading.
What? How could that be?
The Lord Seeker allowed it. He let the demon take command while he...
came here.
I think Needle already did that. Well, I mean, nothing against Needle. I love hearing Needle yap about stuff too, but like, doesn't mean I can't do my own spin on it. I'm sure my interest and taste in things are probably very different from Needle's and vice versa. So sorry.
Cassandra.
Now is not the time for sympathy.
Wait. Don't leave me like this, please.
You should have come with me. You didn't believe in the war any more than I did.
You know me. I wanted that promotion.
Go to the Maker's side, Daniel. You will be welcome.
She could have.
He was my apprentice. I have never known a finer young man.
Shit.
Now we find Lord Sika Lucius.
I looked up apparently it's not legal. I mean, it's very tricky because like you can't just go and utilize somebody else's footage and utilize it in a way to make money or potentially make revenue off of it. Not without it being transformative. So, like it's a bit of a. Sorry, I was fixing something. It's a bit of a weird animal. I guess maybe we could do it in the Discord at some point. That might be something I might start doing in the Discord, is like having little yap sessions about stuff that we can't necessarily do on stream, or would be more difficult to do on stream. And maybe I'll still record them and we can put them up for. Maybe that could be a subscriber-only thing or something. I don't know. I'll think about it. If that's something you guys would be interested in, let me know. And if that is something you'd be interested in, let me know what kind of topics you'd like to hear me talk about. This quest makes me viscerally angry, by the way. It definitely is pretty fucking creepy that they're like basically utilizing these people as red lyrium guinea pigs. Did I miss something? I missed something. What did I miss? Or is it up here? Okay, it's up. Okay, I was like, what did I miss? Oh, where the fuck you come from? As a subscriber, I'd love to see you plan on. Oh, like my ideal Disney trip? Oh, that'd be a fun one. I definitely have thoughts on that. Knock, knock.
Lord Sika Lucius.
Cassandra, with a man I can only assume is the new Inquisitor.
More playing with risk the same way one plays copyright music on stream from what I... Yeah, that's a good way to look at it. And I mean, most people... I feel like most creators aren't going to care that much as long as you're not, like, outright broadcasting their video, you know, unfettered and without, you know, comment on it. But at the same time, it's Disney. So, like, I'd be a little worried. If it were, like, something like game-related or something like that, I probably wouldn't care nearly as much. Like, you know, like, us putting, like, up the Game Awards and stuff like that and watching that. For one, the Game Awards encourage streaming. You know, co-streaming and stuff like that, but when you start getting into copyrighted material, ooh, excuse me, it gets a little, iffy. Kill this fucking man and make it hurt, in reference to, oh yeah, definitely. You're a traitor.
And you're the man who betrayed his own order.
I presume you know we Seekers of Truth were once the original Inquisition. Oh yes. We fought to restore order in a time of madness long ago, as you do now.
You look ugly as fuck.
And we became proud. We sought to remake the world, to make it better. But what did we create? The Chantry, the Circles of Magi. A war that will see no end.
So you help Corypheus.
And aiding Corypheus is supposed to help?
Corypheus is a monster with limited ambition.
And your ambition is so much greater.
This needs a rock in
We
between his
Seekers
teeth. I agree.
are abominations, Cassandra. We created a decaying world and fought to preserve it even as it crumbled. We had to be stopped. You don't believe me? See for yourself. The secrets of our order passed to me after the former Lord Seeker was slain. The war with the mages had already begun, but it was not too late for me to do the right thing.
This is not the right thing.
And this was the right thing?
Lord Seeker, what you've done.
I know. What Corypheus did with the Templars does not matter. I have seen the future. I have created a new order to replace the old. The world will end so we can start anew. A pure beginning. Join us, Cassandra. It is the Maker's will.
She's upset. That man is fucking dead. Oh my god.
Not even a
God, that
He was
fight
insane.
ended
He had
so
The
quickly.
influence of Corypheus, perhaps? Was he trying to disable the Seekers?
So it worked.
If so, the plan worked perfectly.
He could not have destroyed all of us. I won't accept it. Let us return to Skyhold. I wish to see what's in this book of secrets.
That's Counter-Strike ring, to Venture Tower Shield. Vidathis. Nuke Mace, 64 damage, plus 20 against demons. Armor penetration, constitution, strength. Okay. Enhanced belt of electric resistance. Take that. There's shit up here. There's gonna be a revelation for this quest, by the way. Oh yeah? Okay. Oh. Alright. I mean, we ended that man's life almost instantly. Alright, let's go back to Skyhold. Should probably sleep. I have work at 10:50. Oh yeah, I probably want to start wrapping up here. I'm gonna be wrapping up here too. We're gonna probably talk to Cassandra, check our war table one more time just to see if anything's cleared out, and then wrap up here because it's getting late for me too, and I need to at least get a little bit of sleep so I can be nice and well rested for community night tomorrow. So, but if you got to bump out of here, you have a great night, and I hope we will see you again soon, bro. It's always wonderful to have you in here. All right, no, Cassandra's down here. She's over here, I think. Yeah, there she is. Gonna go too, Jolly? Okay, you have a great night. And thank you for being in here as well.
This tome has passed from Lord Seeker to Lord Seeker since the time of the Old Inquisition. And now it falls to me.
You seem upset.
Are you all right? You look drained.
On the contrary, it's a delight. I'm riveted.
Oh, you're joking.
Do you know what the Rite of Tranquility is? The last resort used on mages in the Circle, leaving them unable to cast, but depriving them of dreams and all emotion. It should only be used on those who cannot control their abilities, but that has not always been the case.
I mean, it's magical. It is magical castration, but I also understand where it's coming from. Have a good night, Crow. I love you too. Thank you for being here. Is that what the book says?
Does the book say it was used for other things?
No. As a seeker, I looked into abuses. Mages made tranquil as punishment. What finally began the Mage Rebellion was the discovery the Rite of Tranquility could be reversed.
Oh.
The Lord Seeker at the time covered it up, harshly. There were deaths. It was dangerous knowledge, the shock of its discovery in addition to what happened in Kirkwall. But it appears we've always known how to reverse the Rite, from the beginning.
Oh, wow. Why keep it hidden?
Why keep that knowledge a secret?
We created the Rite of Tranquility. To become a Seeker, I spent months in a vigil, emptying myself of all emotion. I was made tranquil, and didn't even know. Then the vigil summoned the spirit of faith to touch my mind. That broke tranquility, and gave me my abilities. The Seekers did not share that secret. Not with me, not with the Chantry, not even with... There's more. Lucius was not wrong about the Order. I thought to rebuild the Seekers once victory was ours. Now I'm not certain it deserves to be rebuilt.
What else is in the book?
You said there was more in the book.
At some point, power becomes its own master. We cast aside ideals in favor of expedience, and tell ourselves it was all necessary for the people. Will that happen to us, Inquisitor? Will we repeat history?
Possible.
We might. It would be lying to say it's impossible.
An honest answer, if not a comforting one.
Your fate's been shaken.
I don't think I've ever seen you so shaken.
I do not think the Seekers have been doing the Maker's work. Not truly. Perhaps we believed it once. The original Inquisition came to be during a terrible time. But now, we harbored secrets and let them fester. We acted to survive, but not to serve. That is not the Maker's work.
How would you rebuild?
If you did rebuild the Seekers, how would you do it?
I can't be the only one remaining. We will always spread to the winds, and some may still be out there. I would find them one by one. We would all read this book, no more secrets. Then together we would establish a new charter. The Maker's work in truth.
But what is the Maker's work?
You keep saying that, but what is the Maker's work?
There is no way to know for certain. That is why we must seek it out. Perhaps we lost our way because we stopped looking.
Make the Seekers better.
Rebuild the Seekers. Make them better than they were.
Thank you. I could not have done this on my own.
That's interesting, though. The fact that the rite of becoming tranquil can be reversed, and seemingly could have been the whole time. And then on top of that, her being basically made tranquil in order to become a Seeker, that's wild. That's a huge revelation. That's a revelation. The Tranquil can be reversed and the Seekers are made Tranquil in their vigil. Yeah, that's really, really crazy. Alright, let's go check the war table real quick.
I've chosen a buckle over with turquoise.
Looks like they finished. Well, 2 of them did. They have 13 minutes on that. Okay, well, maybe we can check these out and find
Sir
new things to
Michel's
put
a
on. By
decent
the time we're
man,
done with that,
and his
this'll be
assistance has
finished.
been valuable. Hard to believe he was disgraced at all.
The situation was complicated.
Importantly, Seekers can't be possessed, so technically you can have mages made Tranquil, reverse it, and suddenly the excuse of why they were made Tranquil makes no sense, because they can't be possessed even after regaining their emotions and dreams. Ah! So, technically, Tranquility could be used in a positive way if it weren't being used as a form of punishment. It could be used as a form of protection if done differently. Am I understanding that correctly?
Someone's turning into a bit of a dragon hunter, I've heard.
That's harvest of mystery. Our soldiers allowed Isthmus Goodson to leave his holdings before they raised the field. They were reportedly several oddly colored clouds that choked a flock of birds. While there's no sign that Isthmus intended to find an enemy, he had the means to do so. A note from the Inquisition apothecary. Interesting times, Inquisitor. Though it was not the final action I was hoping for, I thank you for this interjection. I look forward to ensuring the health and effectiveness of the Inquisition for as long as needed. Sigil of the Arcane Horror? Oh, that sounds spooky. Yeah, that's why this quest makes me so angry, because it could literally have been a solution to the whole demon possession thing mages go through, but the fucking Seekers kept it secret for so many centuries. Yeah, that is, I could definitely see that, why that would be frustrating. It's definitely, like, the fact that it has only been used as a means of control and not protection is frustrating. Like, I can see uses for both. Like, you know, we've had a few examples with the Inquisitor here where the punishment for a mage that has abused their ability, I selected to make them tranquil, because the idea of, I personally, as for me, I am not a believer in killing people as a form of punishment unless you know, all other options have been exhausted, or like that's very much, I'm very much a thing is that if a person has done something irreprehensible or heinous, that they should be made to live out a punishment for that. So tranquility, I feel, is a suitable, it can be used as a suitable punishment for a mage who willfully and intentionally abuses their power. But the fact that it can also be used as a way to save somebody who needs assistance and protection while they learn to control their power is also equally frustrating. Imagine all the shit you had going on in the first 2 games of mages going through this horrible possession thing and destroying thousands of lives. It turns out all that should have not happened. Connor and Redcliffe would not have. Yeah, he would have been fine. He could have been protected. And they did nothing. That's that's very unfortunate. All right, let's see what this one is. Sister Liliana, our agents entered Lord Enzo's home, where they discovered several pieces of correspondence connecting Enzo to the Venatori. Worse, it seems Enzo did more than buy into their philosophy. He's been arranging to send volunteers to Red Lyrium mines. As they took these people from Rialto's poorer, more unfortunate residents, few noticed the disappearances. Our agents were prepared to confront Enzo with the evidence, but he failed to return. We have since learned that he hired a ship to Hercynia in the Free Marches. It seems unlikely that Enzo knew of our presence, but something spooked him. Liliana has written a note below. Have our agents track Lord Enzo to the Free Marches. His work for the Venatorium does not continue. Let us pray the trail does not run cold. An offer from the Crows? Okay. An offer from the Crows. A letter delivered to Skyhold. Its sender claims to be a member of the Antivan Crows, an infamous guild of assassins. We encountered your agents in Hercynia. It seems the Inquisition and the Crows share a target. Our employer bears no love for Lord Enzo due to, well, let's just say it's a personal matter. Of course, I imagine your motivations have more to do with the man's Dementor friends. You know the Venatori, we know Enzo. Why compete for the man? Lend us your knowledge and the job will be done far more quickly. You eliminate an enemy, our employer removes a political rival, and we get paid. A happy ending for all involved. Crows are an unfortunate reality of Antivan politics. We will pursue the contract with Bartley. We may as well know where they are. Cooperating with the Antivan Crows works to our advantage. They have more knowledge of Enzo, and we gain contact should we need their assistance in the future. Or we can just have Cullen handle it. I kind of want to put Liliana on that one. About 8 minutes left. Let's see here. Overlay side. Offer help on their terms. Oh, we also need Liliana for this one. God damn it. I think we're running out of side quests here. Alliance is forging a way forward. Here we go. Lady Tybalt is asking for closer to... Right. We wanted to have Josephine do this one. I can put Josephine
Let us
on that.
begin.
8 minutes and then you can put her on. Yeah. I don't think I have anything to put Cullen on, though. Is the problem. I mean, I guess I could just put him on one of the little random generic ones, but... Oh, restore the port on the Storm Coast. Here we go. Here's something. Your worship, the Red Templars' holdings on the Storm Coast were once a working port. If you would turn it into your own use, we may be able to assist. Ivor of the Blades. A note penned down at a different hand. We can hardly expect a bustling trade center, but since we've established a presence in both Fereld and Orlais, direct access to the Waking Sea could prove useful. Of course, the Blades of Hessarian will refuse to help unless word comes from the Herald of Andraste. Josephine. I can arrange for additional assistance from nearby cities. Liliana doesn't help. We can send some of our workers to assist the Blades in this area. I guess we can that one.
All right.
Alright, cool. So we got that going. Yeah, if you spoke to Cassandra in Haven, she specifically mentions that the vigil is done so that seekers can't be possessed by demons. She obviously doesn't know at that point that in reality it's a ritual that makes them tranquil, and then a spirit is used to give back their emotions and dreams. That power of remaining incorruptible remains. So yes, you could help a mage with issues, and it's like, no, you're right. It's just actively better. Like, I could see it being a thing that, like, you could utilize it either to protect people who are being particularly antagonized by demons or other malevolent entities. You could utilize it as a sort of a rite of passage thing that adds a certain level of control that, you go through this process so that way you are not corrupted. Like there's so many different ways you could go about it that seems like a better method than what they were doing, right? We got 5 minutes. I can wait 5 minutes. We'll wait 5 minutes. We're just gonna just figure out which one that we want to put her on. I think maybe we'll put her on the. This one in Orlais I wanted her to do. Have her do that one. I'm not sure. But we'll get her on some. We'll sit here for a second, but yeah, it's definitely a it's a multifaceted thing, right? Because it's like I love the idea that it's a process that can be utilized for both punishment as well as protection. Like it's interesting to see that be so multifaceted. Stretch and everything while we're waiting for this. But I appreciate everybody sticking around for this. I know it's getting a little late, but I appreciate y'all being here to enjoy this with me. Like this, I've been having a lot of fun with this game. It's been a lot more in depth than I anticipated to be, but I guess I've been like that consistently with these games. Every time I think that like, oh, I understand this and it's not going to get that much deeper, they've almost always have. So I guess I should know better at this point, but I'm not upset about it. Like, it's been very entertaining, but I do still feel like that this game probably has the best companion so far in terms of like character writing and stuff like that. Few more minutes here before we can open this up, and then we'll throw Leliana on something new, and then we'll wrap up here. If anybody's got any questions or wants my take on anything on the game so far, feel free to pop that in the chat right now while we wait. By the way, this also opens the question about Solus, because Solus is seemingly unable to be corrupted by demons, and not entirely through careful interaction on his part, but that's another conversation. Ooh, that's a fair point. We don't really know, like, we know that Solus, Solus is tapping into the Rift Mage magic that we're using. We really don't know how that's come about, or what the actual process of that entails. And like I said, we had our trainer to help us. So how did he learn it? And what else does he know, or what else has he gone through? Is definitely kind of it's one of the more interesting questions about him that I have that hasn't really been adequately touched upon yet. But I feel like it will get addressed sooner or later, because like we said, we're seeing a conversation between him and Cassandra earlier while we were wandering around, where she was like, you just kind of happened to be around when this started, which is weird, helpful and convenient, weird. And he was kind of he seemed like he didn't act cagey, but his responses were very cagey. All right, got under a minute here. So remember, the Rift Mage was your trainer, but that woman was clearly not in the right state of mind. She probably went through something. Yeah, right? Like, you're not wrong. Like, same process, but different reactions, right? And I wonder if maybe that's I wonder if that maybe is part of the risk of this process. Of that, like, it will restore your, your dreams and your emotions and stuff like that, but what if perhaps it doesn't necessarily restore your personality the same way? Alright, a few more seconds. Nightingale, 2 points. That book is abysmal, and the entire code-breaking department wants to ritually set it on fire. The message is double encrypted. The message in the mistakes is in a Merchant's Guild cipher. We have not yet broken the guild's code. So we have Revenge of the Merchant's Guild and Sigil of the Greater Mistral. Okay. So where did that pop? Here? Revenge of the Merchant's Guild. An unsent letter from Varric waits in the war room addressed to Jarek Dace, Denerim Merchant's Guild. Jarek, I need a key to the Merchant's Guild cipher from 1 month ago, and you still have payments left from the loan house Tethris gave you for your rescue mission to Amgarok. So I think we can make a deal. I get the cipher and your debt disappears like financial magic. And Nightingale, since I know you'll open this and read it before consent, don't bother to keep a copy. The guild changes their codes every month because dwarves are naturally paranoid. Alright, but let's throw her on... What's going to be the longer process for her? That's a 9.5 minute thing. I'd like to best utilize the time that we're going to be away from the game here. So what is this one? Oh, it's a 2.5 hour one. Okay, so we'll have Liliana do this.
Inquisitor.
They said to follow their instructions to the letter, so Liliana's going to make sure that we do that. So I will put her on that task, and with that, I just want to check what these sigils we got are. Just I want to see if any of them are beneficial to the team. How's our character record? Did anybody level up? I don't think so. Yeah, it doesn't look like it. Yeah, nothing new there. Okay. Let's just see what these are really quick. Nothing here. Upgrades. Sigil of the Arcane Horror. 10% spirit damage, 50% all other damage. Okay. Sigil of the Giant. Sigil of the Greater Mistral. Cold damage. Okay, so we're getting stuff that's like elemental damages. We have this one for cold damage. I might put that one on Sola since we're having him primarily using frost spells. But okay. We got a little something there. Alright. Here. Is there anything thrown right now? No. Okay. Then in that case, we shall save here. And that will be where we end it for this evening. All right. Let me get some closing music on here real quick. And if you guys want to stick around for a moment, we'll see if we can raid out to somebody here in a second. But, there we are. All right. Thank you so much for being here, guys. I appreciate y'all sticking around. I know it's late in the evening, but I always love having you guys here and being able to talk with you and yap about stuff. We had a really fun night tonight. Got a good through a good chunk of the game tonight. Some fun side quests. Got through some of Cassandra's side story. And we're able to just, experience more of the game, which is really, really fun. We got to also yap about a lot of fun subjects and stuff like that too, and even open a few card packs while we were at it. Thank you so much for being here. Thanks for the stream, Chelsea. Oh, you're so welcome, Nix. Thank you very, very much for being here. Always a pleasure to have you here. But I will be back tomorrow. We'll be starting at 6 p.m. Central Time for our community night. We are playing Overwatch with some members of the community and some of my friends, so I hope you guys will come enjoy that with us. We'll probably be yapping about the lore of the new character Shion, as well as, you know, just the game in general. We tend to do that when we play these games. So if you're interested in talking about lore or gameplay mechanics or stuff like that, that's probably going to be a subject matter for tomorrow as well. So I hope you guys will come see us for that. And then I have the new schedule for next week finalized. I'll get that posted up probably tomorrow or Sunday, but I can guarantee that next week we are starting Pragmata. So if you want to come see that, that will be the start of that. That will be starting next week. So I hope you'll come join us for that. But for now, let me see if there's anybody we can raid out to. Are any of our friends up at the moment? They are not. Okay, well then, we got a good group here, so why don't we see if there's anybody currently playing Dragon Age right now that we can read out to? There's not anybody playing Dragon Age? Okay. Wow. All right. Usually one or two. If there's somebody who drops my attention here. A lot of these are, I think, a lot of people that are in different languages. Damn, I hate doing this when we have a nice group of people here. Mass Effect, that's a good call. Let me see. Where's your filter? Let's see here. Anybody on Mass Effect? I say as I accidentally clear out the category because I'm good at this, guys. I'm a great streamer. I know what I'm doing. Let's get a few people here. Keep it in the BioWare family, that's fair. Alright, let's see here. I see a VTuber here that says, "Can't we to blah throughout the galaxy?" Oh, this is fun. They got this really cool, like, grainy effect on their model here. So yeah, tell you what, let's do this. I like that. Let's do this. This is a Ragnarok 311. So why don't we go raid out to them here? So here, let me get the raid messages in here. So get your favorite raid message. We're gonna go say hi to this person. So I would love to give them a nice little hello from us and surprise them with a little group of people for a raid here. So we will raid out to Ragnarok here. But for now, guys, that's going to be it for me. I'm going to get out of here and get some rest. So it will be an adios, an au revoir, and auf Wiedersehen. Good night to all of you. And I shall see you tomorrow for community night. Bye.